Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to the season opener of High School Hoops on mybasin.com. Tonight's opener, the Lost River girls host the Tulelake girls in a head-to-head matchup in this friendly preseason game. This looks like a good game tonight, Josh.
Yeah, very excited for the start of a new season. Only, 5 days or less removed from the end of football season, and we're already indoors ready for some hoops. And some teams today, Walter, I think you said it right. Friendly competition between Lost River and Tulelake. We know these communities are really tightly intertwined. Only about 20 minutes down the road is Tulelake High School, and so no real bad blood between these rivals, I think, but a friendly rivalry at that, and it's a great way to open up the season tonight.
Yeah, and boy, am I excited to be indoors. It is cold outside.
Very true. You had enough of the shivering temperatures for football, huh?
Absolutely, I did. and we've got a great view up here today. Great facility from Lost River. I'm really enjoying this box up here.
Yeah, brand new floor here at Lost River, too. So this is the, at least basketball debut of the new gym floor here at Lost River. Sure, they played a handful of volleyball games on here, but just excited to be ready for basketball season. The pros have been playing for a while. Colleges have been playing for a while. And now it's finally time for the prep athletes around the state to hit the hardwood. So we're in for a good one tonight. Got Tulelake and Lost River here, and we're about ready to go.
The tip goes to Thule. And Lost River starts off the bat in a press. Thule breaks it, goes across midcourt, down to the basket. That was Mojica with the put up, and then we've got number 22 Perez with the putback. Bring it down the court now for the Raiders. Number 24 Lyman. They try to get it down low to their big man Ongman, knocked out of bounds. They'll have an inbounds play here. They'll get that in to Thompson. Gets it up to the top of the key. Shots no good, in and out. Thule recovers. Up the floor they go. Into the paint. Good steal there from Herring. She'll bring it coast to coast. Goes up for the layup. No good. Got a little bit of pushing down there. Called a jump ball.
Lost River coming out right away, playing some aggressive defense. Like you said, that press is good. They're fighting after that rebound. And, at the beginning of the season, when defenses typically dictate games because not everyone's in their flow offensively yet, that aggression is going to pay off, I think, for Lost River as the game moves along. At least for their sake, I hope it does.
Holster throws it in for Lost River. They try to get that down to Thompson. Out of her hands. Goes out of bounds. Thule ball.
It's only a new season, right? First game of the year for both teams, but a couple players to look out for. For Tulelake, number 20, Josefina Mojica. She's been a quality player for years. And for Lost River, Macy Thompson, going to be a player you want to watch.
Mojica takes it down, just misses. That's Herring bringing it up the floor. She'll pass that one to Lyman. Starting the offense from the top. Good steal there from Thule. They'll bring it down to the three-point line, the corner. To the wing. They'll take that three. Off the backboard. You bet. That's number 23, Natalie Adrogo. Bring it up the floor for Lost River. Lyman. She'll get that one to the wing. Into the middle. Little give-and-go action. Broken up by Thule. Jump ball, Thule ball.
A little bit of a miscommunication maybe there on offense. You had Ongman, who was waiting to receive the pass. You had Herring, who kind of swooped in and took it away from her there. So, again, first game of the season, clean things like that up. But Lost River coming back out with the press.
Thule able to break that with ease. Long two, no good. Lost River's got it down in the paint. Thule forces a jump ball. And that'll go to Lost River. Lyman bringing it down the court to the wing, Fernandez. And she'll give and go. Layup off the backboard. That one's out of bounds by Thule, and Lost River will retain possession.
That's a good look for Fernandez underneath the cup. Just threw it off the side of the backboard, unfortunately. But you can create that shot for Lost River. That'll be good for him.
Herring has it at the top of the thin. That's good. 5-2. Thule leads.
Did a great job of recognizing when the defender overplayed her.
Ooh. Pass broken up by Thompson. Ongman has it down low. And Lost River will get the ball. So 5-2 with 5 minutes and 38 seconds left in the first quarter. Tulelake girls lead. Lyman brings it down the floor, initiates her offense. Ongman's got it in the corner 3 there. Fernandez tries to put that one up. It's blocked out of bounds. Lost River in a little bit of a stack for an inbounds. No good. Struggle for the ball on the court. Thule comes up with possession.
Mackenzie Lyman picking up the foul there. She's one of 2 freshmen in the starting lineup tonight for Lost River. Lyman and Ongman both getting their first look at the varsity level of basketball.
Lost River had a good trap there. Fine was able to break out of that, and Mojica is able to set up the offense now. Mojica hands that one off. We've got it down low, blocked by Ongman. That's a foul.
Great action by Tulelake, as that was Chavez. She took 2 screens to get around the corner and drive into the basket, and that was Ongman who tried to go up and block her. Thought she got quite a bit of the basketball, but I think she also caught a bit of forearm, and that's where you see the foul come in.
Okay, so Camden Cantrell makes the first one. Excuse me, that's Chavez. Makes the first one. Second one's also good. Here we go. Lyman bringing to Herring to the corner, trying to get it into Ongman. Just not able to. Tulelake just tenacious on defense. Another missed basket into a jump ball. There's a lot of jump balls this game, Josh.
Yeah, first game of the season. Everyone's trying to get real aggressive. I sort of anticipated that. And we were watching the JV game too, Walter, and the officials were pretty quick to call hell balls. Not trying to make a point about the officials or anything, but they often will make points to improve upon certain things in the offseason, and maybe player safety was one of those things.
Okay. Some back and forth action from both of these teams. Tulelake tosses it out of bounds. Lost River will have possession now. Thule leads 7-2 with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Lyman bring it up the court for Lost River. She'll get that one to Herring. Falls out of bounds. Thule ball.
Looks like we got a timeout for Lost River. So we'll take it. 7-2 the score. Tulelake leading. And under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Back after this on mybasin.com.
Pacific Power works day in and day out to power our communities because we know our neighbors rely on us. We're trimming and clearing branches around poles and lines, protecting our system, and giving you real-time updates when storms roll in. You can count on us in all seasons. 24/7, we're here for you. Powering your greatness.
Welcome back to the season opener of high school hoops here on mybasin.com. The Lost River Raiders host the Tulelake Honkers. As the Honkers set up their offense here, try to get it down into the middle. Ongman's able to strip that one away. Number 22, Perez, picks up her first foul. And the Lost River Raiders will have it. Thule leads 7-2 with 4 minutes and 5 seconds left on the clock. Lyman brings it up the court to initiate her offense. She gets that one to Fernandez. Another jump ball here. They'll give it to Lost River. Subbing in now for the Raiders, we've got number 14, Macy Thompson, and number 21, Holster gets it at the wing, dribbles in for a mid-range, off the rim. Thule recovers. Passing it up court. No one's in front of her. Ooh, blocked by number 14, Macy Thompson. Lost River to return the favor. Open three in transition. No good. Got a little bit of a wrestling match down there on the baseline. They ended up calling it a foul on Mackenzie Lyman.
I think it might be a foul on Thule, perhaps?
Yeah, I think so, actually. Okay, Holster throwing it in for the Raiders. They get that one to Herring, takes the three, called a travel. So Thule leading 7-2 with left in the first quarter will have possession. Bringing up the floor for Thule is Josefina Mojica. Little handoff action, great pick there from number 42, Carla Navarro. I believe that's called a foul.
Yeah, they're going to say that she pushed a little bit there, trying to get to the basketball, but I don't think that was a bad play at all, trying to be aggressive.
No, great quick hands. And they'll call a timeout, so will we. We'll be back with more after this timeout on mybasin.com.
The best words you can hear tonight?
Order ready for Susan?
And if you hear those words at Abby's, you know it's going to be a legendary meal. Your pizza is loaded with toppings to the edge, premium ingredients, and real cheese. Yeah, baby. Gather with friends, play some video games, and watch the big game on TV. That's made Abby's a legendary pizza tradition for generations. And when you're ready to hear those magic words,
Tom, your order's ready.
you know where to go. You're always welcome at Abby's.
Welcome back to the season opener of high school hoops on mybasin.com. Tonight, the Lost River Raiders host the Tulelake Honkers in a head-to-head matchup in their first preseason game. For the Honkers, they have a little bit of a handoff action here for their motion offense. Try to pass it down to the corner. Great defense by the Raiders. Not able to get that pass out of the corner there. They had a great trap, Thule did. And so Thule will get the ball back.
Yeah, Navarro scrambled to try to get that ball, save her from going out of bounds, and she did so initially, but no one could get the ball from rolling back out of bounds the other direction. So not a bad hustle play there, but ultimately Tulelake keeps the basketball. But now our officials chatting about it over on the other side. Not quite sure what about exactly. Maybe a game clock issue, because now they're chatting it about the scores table. Fans watching tonight, our coverage of high school basketball continues tomorrow at Wairika High School. The Henley Hornets traveling down for the 71st Wairika Invitational, a tournament which they won 2 years ago. Looking for more of the same there, and they'll start at 4:30 tomorrow afternoon. You'll be able to catch the broadcast right here on mybasin.com or listen to it on the radio on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Whatever the issue was is resolved now. Thule will get that in. Tough defense from the Raiders. Trying to get it to the high post was Thule. Pass broken up and stolen by Holster. Now the ball is stolen the other way. Got another fast break opportunity. To the top of the key now. Down to the corner. Almost in, just in and out. Herring brings the ball up the court on the far side. This time passes it to Lyman. Sets up her offense to Holster. Back to Herring on the wing. Shoots over three people. Gets her own rebound. Puts it in. Great play for Isabel Herring. And that'll bring the score 7-4 as Thule leads by 3.
Great job of following her own shot on that play. Missed, got the rebound, and then made the second shot. That's exactly what they teach you.
We've got a foul here. Number 14. To pass it in for Thule. Number 20, Josefina Mojica. Great pass up top. Thule will have it now in the paint. They'll pass it back out to the three-point to the right wing. Ball stripped away by Lost River. Bring it up the court is Lyman. They'll get that out to Holster on the right wing, off the backboard, almost in. This time Herring puts it in, making it Tulelake leads by 1 now. Mojica gets it to Fine. What did you see, Josh?
Looked like the near side official called a charge on the offensive player, so that's what I'm going to go with. Looks
Okay.
like that was the first foul for Carmi Fernandez as well.
Okay. Lyman sets up her offense, gets it into the middle, broken up by Tulelake. Foul on the play.
Foul's going to go against
Navarro, right?
Navarro, yeah.
Yeah.
Thought that it might have been the Tulelaker that had pushed off to get the basketball, but they're saying Navarro hung around on her as well. So foul's going to go to Lost River, and Tulelake keeps the ball. And I think that puts Tule in the bonus as well. Yeah, that's 5 team fouls for the Raiders. And so Tulelake shooting a pair, I believe.
Hardy teams here. I'm not surprised that we went into bonus this early.
Yeah, no. Remember with the shot clock rules that were instituted a couple years ago in Oregon, there's no more 1-and-1s. It's just a couple of free throws once you get to 5 fouls in a period, and they reset after each quarter now as well. No more fouls counted per half.
Okay. Ongman fights for the rebound down low, gets it. Herring this time brings the ball up the court. Gets it to Holster on the wing. Down to Fernandez. Ongman down low, gets stripped. Tule then gets stripped. Gets the ball back. Puts it up. No good. Herring rebounds that one. Lyman brings it up the court for the Raiders. Out to Holster. Down low to Ongman. Puts it up through contact. She'll get that foul. 6-8. Tule still leads, but this gives them the chance to tie it up. Shots. First one, no good. Second one, no good either. Tule gets possession after Lost River hits it out of bounds. Josefina Mojica to bring the ball up the floor. She gets that to the wing, to the high post, looking to make a move. Out to the wing, 3 ball, in and out. And they've got a foul called on the floor. Let's see who it is. 23. So I believe that was called.
Maine, simply good food.
Welcome back to the season opener of high school hoops here on mybasin.com. Tonight, Gino's Cafe brings you the Lost River Raiders hosting the Tulelake Honkers. Getting into the action here. The the Raiders recover the rebound there. Lyman brings it up the court. Gets it into the middle to Ongman. Finds the cutter. Tule's able to break that up a little bit, and they get an interception for that pass. Chavez brings it down the floor, passing it to Fine. Gets it to a Drogo, back to Fine. Three's good. Lyman bringing it up the court for the Raiders. Gets it to the wing. To Thompson. Oh, wow. What a play by Mojica on that. And puts it up and in.
She is like that. Hard play on defense, comes away with the steal and scores it with ease on the other end. Tulelake building on this lead early here in the second.
Great play from the Raiders as Cantrell's able to put that one in. 13-9, Thule leads by 4.
Great pass as well by Thompson. She felt the defender pulling off of her man and then coming over to defend her. Got the ball to the open player. That was Cantrell for an easy bucket.
To the high post, to the cutter. Great offensive, great call by the coach there. Great offense. Knocked out of bounds.
I think that was Guthrie who went in and got a hand on that. The freshman who's set to inbound for Lost River. Again, just aggressive defense still for both teams.
Lyman to bring it up the court for the Raiders. Gets it to the wing to Holster. Tough defense there from Thule from Chavez. They'll get that one into the high post. Couple of offensive rebounds for the Lost River Raiders as Navarro puts it up and gets the foul.
Yeah, that was some craziness under the bucket there. There were about 3 blue shirts, 2 white shirts, and Lost River just kept getting the rebound. Eventually Navarro gets fouled. Good work for the senior to head to the line. Try to split this lead in half.
That one no good. 13-9 with 6 minutes and 14 seconds left until half. This one, Navarro scores. 13-10, Thule up by 3. Mojica brings it up the court for Thule. Passing it to the cutter. And McKenna Fine will draw the foul on that one.
McKenna Fine has 3 points so far tonight. Just one made triple for. Got that actually to open up the second quarter, if I believe. So first chance at free throws tonight.
First one's good. 14-10, Thule leads by 4 now.
Got a sub in for Lost River as well. Looks like Isabel Herring is back in the game. She'll come in and replace Lyman.
Second one is also good. 15-10. Thule now leads by 5. Herring now will bring it up for the Raiders. Gets it to the wing. Into the middle. Great play from Lost River. Couldn't finish. They'll get it back to the low post. This time, Macy Thompson scores it for the Raiders.
Good bounce pass by Cantrell as well. They've had action going both ways now. Thompson has set up Cantrell and vice versa that time. So excited to see how that duo continues to work inside the paint this year.
Herring with some great tough defense gets the steal. And then that sets up number 2, Camden Cantrell, for an easy layup. 14-14, all tied up now. Good tough defense from the Raiders. Gives it back to Thule. Don't see how that's not a foul. Thule brings it up the court. Back to Mojica. They have a timeout, Blue. Oh, no, timeout.
Yep, timeout Tulelake. I think we got an official timeout, actually.
Yeah, I think it was a ref timeout, yeah.
Yep, you're right. Looks like we got a player banged up down there for Tulelake, so want to make sure we got 5 players on the floor. That's Tony Bush, the official, making the call for the timeout there. And looks like we're ready to go. You know, I think this actually, as long as that player is okay down there, she looks to be okay. But I think Tulelake needed to call a timeout here because Lost River has been coming away with steal after steal on defense, and they just added another one.
Good call, Josh. Herring brings it down the court for Lost River. Good pump fake. Get her for carrying.
Yeah, carrying. Had a high dribble and then got underneath the basketball to bring it back around. So
I never see carries called anymore.
Yeah, it's rare. Also, not sure if we mentioned this or not. I had 15-14 on my scoreboard on mybasin.com. The score in the gym here says 14-14. So want to get that out there as well. We're tied up with under 5 minutes to go in the second.
It was 15.
So there we go.
Okay.
14-14 the score.
14-14. All right. Chavez tries to get it to Mojica. Foul called on the play. And Lyman will sub back in, replacing Cantrell. Mojica throwing it in for the Honkers. She'll get that one to Fry. Fry looking down low, finds the high post there. Back out to Idrogo. Idrogo back to Fry. Fry looking down low. Beautiful entry pass, not able to finish it. Wow. Herring brings it up the floor for Lost River. Just out of the fingertips of Holster there. No press from Lost River now as Mojica brings it up the floor. Gets it to Fry on the wing. Asks for a screen. Looks down low. Drives and gets it down low. They'll put that one up off the backboard. Herring bring it up the right sideline. And good tough defense. Thule will throw it off her knee. Again, no press from Lost River.
I think they're kind of trying to jump Tulelake at half court, it feels like.
Whatever they've been doing, they got to keep doing it.
Yeah, they've gotten quite a few steals in a row here, and Tulelake's been hurting for some good shots.
Okay. Fry dribbling it around the right wing, looking for something down low, decides to do it herself, puts it up. No good. Lyman brings it up the right side of the court, coast to coast. Oh, puts it up, won't go. Fry looking down court. Double dribble. They're able to get it down low now. Thule is. Ongmen with a great block. Ooh. Thule. Okay, that's what I was waiting for. That was Perez. It looks like she did something on that layup. Looks like she got hurt.
We talking for Tulelake?
Yeah, Alejandra. Alejandra.
I'll take your word for it.
She's limping off there.
Hoping she's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see who came in and replaced her by chance?
I think it was number 10, Flores. Here we go. Fry now handles the offense. Gets it to Fine on the wing. Back to Fry down low. What a play that was. Good, beautiful basketball.
Yeah, great motion, getting the ball to the player in the high post and then curl around a screen at the baseline. Nice job.
That's textbook right there. They'll try and get it down low to Holster, and they will. Great entry pass there from Fernandez. Ties it back up 16-16. Here we go. Fry tries to get it down low to Flores before Thompson's able to break that one up. Looks like we got a sub.
I'm thinking so.
Refs are having a little chit-chat down there.
Point of the scorers table. And now
she can come in.
All right. Welcome to the game, Peyton Guthrie.
Okay.
Now we got another official, though. We had one over there at the scorers table, now another one.
All right,
Well,
here we go.
It's everyone's first game today, Walter. The scorers, the officials, the players, the coaches. It's our first day too.
It's ours, yeah.
Got to give everyone a little bit of a break here. I think now all the players are heading off the floor. Psych, they're all heading back out onto the floor. All right,
Here we go.
let's
Let's
hope.
play ball, folks.
Yeah.
Mojica to throw it in for Tulelake. Out to the wing. The ball is up, no good. Fry tries to put it back. Ongman gets the rebound for the Raiders. Good, strong rebound. Lyman bring it up the court. Gets it to Fernandez. Down to Ogman. Gets the foul. These will be her 6th free throw, or her third foul drawn, I should say.
But you're right. 5th and 6th free throw coming up for Ongman. So far in the game, she's only 1 of 4. So free throws, especially in a tight game like this one has proven to be so far, going to be very, very important down the stretch.
That one no good. Let's 1 for 6 now is Ongman on free throws. Tulelake will have a fast break situation. That was Flores with the attempt. They're giving her 2 shots. They said that she was blocked.
Freshman for Tulelake, the only freshman on the roster for them. We talked about the youth of Lost River in total. Gosh, what is that? 7 freshmen on their team? A young group for Coach Jen Hartman.
First one won't go. Isabel Herring checking back into the game for the Raiders. Ref's talking with Coach over there a little bit.
I think Coach stepped too far out onto the floor. He was out close to the three-point line talking to one of his players. I said, Coach, you can talk to your player. You just can't be on the playing floor.
Not sure what happened there.
I think it was a lane violation of some kind, so Lost River gets to inbound, and here we go.
Okay, Lyman brings it up the court for the Raiders. Gets that one to Herring on the wing. Drive and dish. Long 2. Won't go. Thule recovers, gets it down the floor. Mojica one-on-one. Pulls up her dribble, gets it to the cutter. Trying to get it down low as Thule can't find it. Frey with a long 3 off the backboard. Down low with her 2nd foul drawn in 2 possessions was number 10, Flores.
Really good hard work that time by the freshman. Something I've been kind of noticing as the game has gone on is Lost River's dominance on the glass. Getting defensive rebounds, offensive rebounds, but Flores has entered the game, and she's been the one gobbling up boards for Tulelake underneath, so earning foul shots here for the 2nd time on an offensive board.
First one, no good. 0 for 2 now on free throws. Making 1 free throw will put her team up. And she'll make it 17-16. Thule now leads with 1 minute and 23 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. 2nd quarter. Herring drives with a mid-range. Ongman gets fouled on the putback. She'll get her 7th and 8th free throws now.
And for Ongman, most of her free throws have been earned on second chance looks at the bucket, too. And there you add another one, an offensive rebound for her. The freshman just has so much size underneath. She's able to get other girls out of her way to grab that rebound, and doing so there. And a nice job.
First one's good. Checking into the game now is number 10. Excuse me, that's number 20, Mojica. Ongman with her second made free throw.
Important makes for her, tie up the game, made her third free throw in what's now 8 tries.
They're up by 1 now. Mojica at the top of the key there. Tries to swing it out of bounds. Lost River ball. Lyman brings it up the court for Lost River. Gets it to Herring. Herring tries to make a move. Back to Lyman. Lyman to Herring. This time Herring gets it out to Thompson. Thompson trying to get it back down to Lyman. Out of bounds. Thule ball.
Right idea. Lyman had a good lane to the bucket on the baseline, but just unable to bring in that pass. Again, Lost River's making a lot of good decisions with the basketball, but their youth showing a little bit. That's not a bad thing. First game of the season, you expect it. But I like what I'm seeing from the Raiders so far in this game.
Mojica brings it up the floor, gets it to Fine. Fine to the high post. Out of her hands. They'll call a foul.
Yeah, they're probably going to charge the foul to Flores. She tried to get after that loose ball and wound up bumping into the Lost River player who had picked it up off the ground. So
they said it was on number 2.
Well, that is certainly unique. I thought I certainly saw the foul on Flores. I didn't quite see what Chavez did, but
me too.
Well, I'll take their word for it. There you go, and that's Chavez's first foul.
Lyman brings it up the court, gets it to the wing. The ball is up, no good. That was Guthrie with it. Ongman gets the putback.
First made field goal for Ongman, and for Lost River, that was on their third look of that possession. It's exactly what we've been talking about.
Clock counting down 5, 4. Thule trying to make something work. 2, 1. No good. That's halftime, folks, and we'll be right back with a little bit of a halftime show here on mybasin.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Pacific Power works day in and day out to power our communities because we know our neighbors rely on us. We're trimming and clearing branches around poles and lines, protecting our system, and giving you real-time updates when storms roll in. You can count on us in all seasons. 24/7, we're here for you. Powering your greatness.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
Welcome back to the season opener of high school hoops on mybasin.com. The Lost River Raiders host the Tulelake Honkers. Great game so far tonight. We saw Lost River getting a lot of steals after they moved from the full court press to the half court defense there.
Yeah, really good defense being played by Lost River. Not only the steals, which we saw a lot of early in the second quarter, got them back into the game, but also the rebounding. Lost River is really dedicating themselves to the glass and doing a good job as well. For Tulelake, I've liked how they've passed the ball. They've shot well, but Lost River is just dominating the game on the inside here, I think.
Yeah, no, I agree, especially with Ongmin. She only has one made field goal, but she is dominant as far as rebounds go.
Yeah, she's gotten a lot of rebounds. She's gotten free throws from second chance points. And although she only has one made field goal, Walter, and you'll go down this in a minute, she actually leads the team in points right now. So she's having herself a good game, even if you look at the stat sheet and she's maybe not shooting the hottest at the free throw line or from the field, but she's leading her team right now, and that's because of her hard work on the glass.
Yeah, and like we said for Tulelake, Josefina Mojica, she is a team leader out there. She's coordinating the offense. She's getting steals. She's hustling. She's a good player.
Yeah, you can certainly tell by watching her now as she enters her senior season. I contend that she's been a leader on this team since she was a sophomore. She's a 4-year starter. She's really talented. She's fun to watch play. She hasn't scored a ton yet, but I could expect that to change in the second half.
Yeah, just the way that she's able to see things open up. Her basketball IQ is really high. All right, going down the scoring now, we've got Quetzali Chavez. She's got 2 points off of 2 made free throws, 2 for 2. We've got Kayla Fry. She made 1 field goal, has 2 points as well. Zenith Flores, she's the freshman, the only freshman on this team. And we saw her get a lot of rebounds. She's got 1 point. She's 1 for 3 on free throws because one of them was called back for a line violation. We've got McKenna Fine. She's got 5 points, leads the team in points right now. She had 1 3-point and then 2 made free throws. Josefina Mojica, she has 1 made field goal like we were talking about earlier, but she has been the coordinator of this offense. And then Alejandra Perez, she's got 2 points off of 1 made field goal, and Natalia Adrogo has 1 3. So very evenly spread point differential for these teams, or for this, excuse me.
Yeah, certainly so, and a couple made triples as well. Like I said, they've been shooting the ball well, so I anticipate them to continue to look for 3-point buckets.
And then for Lost River, we've got Camden Cantrell. She's got 4 points off of 2 made field goal attempts. We've got Isabella Herring. She's got 4 points, 2 field goal attempts again. Macy Thompson, 4 points, 2 field goals. Madison Holster, 2 points, 1 field goal. Carla Navarro, she's got 1 point off of 1 made free throw. She's 1 for 2. Tea Ongmin, she's leading the team in points right now. She's got 5 points, 3 made off of 3 made off of free throws, and 2 made off of a layup, a putback actually.
You know, as we look and get ready for the third quarter, Walter, I look to Lost River to continue to dedicate themselves on the glass. I think that's how you shore up a game like this. You have a halftime lead. If you can continue to limit Tulelake's opportunities, whether it be on getting the defensive boards or just creating more opportunities for yourself on the offensive boards, I think that's what's going to lift Lost River to a victory. Meantime, for Tulelake, like I said, they're shooting the ball well. So if they can try to get it out on the perimeter to players like Mojica, like Idrogo, and we saw a nice shot from McKenna Fine too. So they're going to be searching for those shooters to get involved in the game plan. Still a couple minutes left to go in halftime, and for those folks listening on mybasin.com, want to remind you our coverage of high school basketball continues tomorrow. We're taking a trip down to California to the 71st Wairika Invitational. The Henley Hornets boys team gets the season started tomorrow at 4:30 against Eureka. Henley looking to make a big turnaround this season, led by a group of players who are mostly all returners last year. So if you want to catch Henley, we'll be there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday down in Wairika. And then, it's just off and running after that. Try to have some Gino's Cafe Game of the Week coverage. I know, Walter, you'll be excited. On Tuesday the 9th, we'll be back at Klamath Union High School as they're taking on Bend. Got some Henley action next week, so it's just good to be in basketball season. I've been waiting for it. I love basketball season.
Yeah, no, it's fun to watch, and it's good to be indoors. I'll say that again. But no, I love basketball. Basketball is probably my favorite sport. And we've got some great action out of these young athletes.
Yeah, certainly so. Just a couple minutes left in halftime. I'll take us to break here. 20-17 our score in the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week. Going to take here one more 2-minute break. We'll be back with the third quarter action. Just a few minutes on mybasin.com.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image. Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Baits suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Baits Marcom Solutions.
Hey, I'm Jason with Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness, and Performance. Thanks for joining us. Elevate started in 2020 as a dream. I wanted to open up a clinic of my own, really had a heart and a passion to treat athletes of all ages, and got the opportunity to do it. And wow, this is what's happened. One of the best parts of this job is that we get to work with all the student athletes on field, at their contests, at their games, all around the county. Specifically when you're working with dancers, right, we've got like particular ways of movement that we don't want to necessarily correct, because dancers have a very specific way of moving that's important for their athletic performance. At Elevate, we're here to get you moving and keep you moving, no matter if you're 8 or you're 80. Feel free to give us a call at 541-887-2030.
What are your goals? To get stronger, move better, feel healthier? Whatever you are aiming for, Harbor Isles is here to help you. They have brand new cardio and strength equipment. Harbor Isles offers indoor tennis courts, 4 indoor pickleball courts, energizing group classes, expert personal trainers, and a friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to guide you every step of the way. No matter what your goals are, Harbor Isles has everything you need to reach those goals. Stop by and see the difference for yourself. Harbor Isles, lose those reins and get your gains.
Welcome back to the season opener of high school hoops on mybasin.com. The Lost River Raiders host the Tulelake Honkers here in their first preseason game. Great game so far. The Raiders lead 20-17 against the Honkers.
Pretty good vibes around here at Lost River High School. Fresh off a football state championship on Saturday. They beat Hepburn 24-22, a great game there. So you look around the school, there's signs saying #1 in the state. Which is saying, man, that's true. 3 championships in 4 years for Coach Dennis Dunley. That's pretty notable. And so congratulations to them. We'll see a lot of the guys who are on the championship team later on tonight. And the guys' game starts around 7:30. Probably going to be a little bit past that mark with how this game is going so far. But very excited to see the guys play later on tonight, too.
They love their football around here.
Man, I love football around here, too, especially when we're winning. I'll take it as well. I am glad to be indoors. Don't say I didn't say I'm glad to be inside, but always love a good football team, and Lost River certainly fits the bill there.
Boy, I feel like I got away with one this season, because you guys were talking about ice on the table, and I never went below like 45 degrees.
Yeah, that was at Tulelake last year for their playoff game, and yeah, we had physical ice forming on our table outside. But now I took my jacket off. We're inside, Walter. It's a good day.
Holster gets it inside to Ongmen. She's fouled. Plain as day, clear as day down low. These will bring up her 9th and 10th free throw attempts of this game. Ongmen makes the first one. (21-17). The Raiders now lead by 4. Ongmen just misses right. The Honkers bringing the ball down the court is Josefina Mojica. She'll get that one to the wing to Fry in the left corner. Back to Mojica. Now to Chavez. Back to Mojica up top. Fine. Looking to the left corner. That's the freshman Flores. Just misses. Holster going for the layup, driving. Gets knocked out. And they'll have an inbounds play down low. Holster signals the motion play. Up top, that's a three-pointer. Just out. Fry to Mojica. Mojica up court. gets it to the freshman off the backboard. Great action there from the ladies down low. A little bit of a tussle. They'll say it stays here. Mojica to throw it in for Thule. Gets it out to Fry. Mojica in the corner, now driving. Looks up, finds someone on the wing. Gets it out to Fry. Fry rounds the corner. Looks for the shot, doesn't find it. Fine with a three-pointer. Doesn't find it. And Lost River will have the ball now.
You can see Tulelake trying to find that outside shot. They've taken a fair few three-pointers. We're still waiting for that first one to drop here in the second half. But like I said, I think that's going to be their ticket in this game.
Lost River immediately turn it over, and Thule will have it back. Mojica looking for someone to pass it to. She finds Fine. Stripped away by Herring. Did they call a foul on that?
I think they called a foul on Mojica as she tried to reach back in to get the basketball back after Herring had stole it. And so foul goes to Mojica. That is her second and the team's second in this quarter.
Herring throws it in. She'll find Holster on the left wing. Herring this time gets it to Thompson. Back to Lyman. She'll put that one up. Ongman with a strong rebound. She's tripped up. They'll call a foul on that. They'll say it was only on the ground.
Oh, no shooting foul on that.
Nope.
Certainly thought she was going up. She had the ball above her head.
Me
She
too.
went up for it, but foul on the ground. That is the third foul on Tulelake, only 2 minutes into the quarter, though, so Lost River could be looking at free throws later on.
Holster tries to inbound it for the Raiders. Turn it over to Thule. Chavez on the fast break. Won't go. Great defense from Herring. Lyman brings it coast to coast. Puts it up. Won't go. Great rebound by Herring. This time she'll drive. Do it herself. Looked like a foul to me. Lyman puts it up. Rebounded by Flores, the freshman. Fry setting things up for Thule. Open three, take it herself. That's good.
Well, no one's going to guard her. She'll gladly take that shot. Second made triple for her today.
Lyman brings it up the court for Lost River. She'll get that one out to Thompson, into Ongman. Great entry pass. They'll say she traveled on that one. Tulelake gets the ball. And it's a 1-point game as the Raiders only lead by 1.
Yeah, it's been kind of a slow pace, what with all the out-of-bounds plays, the held balls, and the fouls, but it's a really tightly contested contest. These two teams proving to be real even.
All right, they'll give that one to Lost River. Say Tulelake touched that. They'll sub Ongman out, and in her place comes Camden Cantrell. Herring to Lyman. Lyman to Cantrell. Into the middle. It's a tussle. Wow, Herring takes a crazy shot down there. Fast break opportunity for Thule. Broken up by number 15, O'Neal. Great play defensively, and then Mojica's able to put that one in.
Strong take there by Mojica, picking up the rebound, going around a couple of defenders, and soft touch on the layup for 2.
Holster to Herring, almost broken up by Mojica. Lost River recovers, then passes it. Fry able to pick it up for Thule. Now bringing it up the court is Fry. She'll get that one down to Fine on the corner. Dribbles it up, tries to get it back to Fry. Scrambling match down low. Flores puts it up and is then fouled. Got a kid on the court.
Maybe a future Tulelake Lady Honker down there. Just a bit before her time. Maybe about 12 years before her time.
12 years. Probably about, yeah.
That's always fun, though.
Quick maths.
Mom looking embarrassed. That's always classic.
You never did that, right, Josh?
You know, I don't think I went to many basketball games as a kid, but I can tell you plenty of times I ran out onto the baseball field when my dad played one of those old-timers leagues, you know. It was normal baseball, but I was the bat boy, and so I got in trouble sometimes running out on the field when I wasn't supposed to.
First one for Flores is no good. Second one is up. Also no good. Rebounded by Fry. She'll put that one back. Almost falls. Doesn't quite go.
Foul's going to go on Flores.
Okay.
Loose ball foul on the rebound.
Here we go. Lyman brings it up the floor for the Raiders to Herring. Herring takes the three. That's good. She had about 2 defenders on her. What a shot that was. Mojica brings it up the floor. Now to Fry. Fry gets it to Fine. To the right corner. Dribbles it back up, down. Handed off to Fry now. Tries to get it down low to Chavez. Goes to work. Jump ball. Now they called a foul.
Foul on the floor. Mojica, I think they're going to hit Mojica with this one, reaching around. Let's see. Yep.
Yep.
So that should be her 3rd foul. And that's the 5th, which, if I'm not mistaken, should give Lost River free throws if we catch it.
Colmenero subs in for Tulelake and Ongman back in for the Raiders.
Yeah, so here we go as those early fouls for Tulelake stacked up in a hurry, and now with 3 minutes 43 seconds, we're going to be shooting free throws the rest of the way for Lost River.
And Lost River's up by 2. 24-22 with 3 minutes and 43 seconds left in the third quarter. Fernandez shoots for Lost River. She makes the first one. Makes the second one as well. Scores her first 2 points of the game. Lost River now in a press, pressuring Fry and Fine. Calmly setting up her offense. She's pressured by Herring. Colmenero dribbles it down low into the corner. Just fumbles it out of bounds. Lost River gets possession now. Colmenero picks up Lyman way back behind half court. Herring sets her feet, shoots another 3, doesn't quite go. Fry with the rebound, no one in front of her. Fast break opportunity. Herring now gets in front of her, broken up by Lost River. Colmenero gets the ball, puts it in, and one shot. What a play from her.
Just a real hustle play for both teams there. Fry getting the ball in transition. And I couldn't quite see who made it up there for Lost River, but someone sprinted up the floor, caught up with her, poked the ball free.
Herring.
Yeah, that's when Colmenero got the loose ball, put it up on a quick shot, got fouled, and won.
Shots off, rebounded by Ongman. Herring brings the ball up the court now for Lost River. Lyman back to Herring. Herring now into the corner to O'Neal. That one's good. 3 ball from her. Good press here from Lost River. They'll say they fouled her. They called it on Herring. Timeout Tulelake. With them, we'll take a timeout as well. We'll be right back. Our season opener as the Lost River girls host the Tulelake girls, and the Raiders lead 28-24.
From shimmering Klamath Lake to rich farmlands to the historic downtown. And with an average of over 300 days of sunshine every year, the Klamath Basin is a great place to be. We here at Basin Media Active have been supporting this community for many years, keeping it entertained and informed with friendly faces and familiar voices. You can stay up to date with the latest news, weather, stream live local sports, and check out our community calendar all on our website, mybasin.com. And you can download our app for free in your app store right now. Basin Media Active, local, community engaged.
Welcome back to the season opener of high school hoops here on mybasin.com. The Lost River Raiders host the Tulelake Honkers as the Raiders lead 28-24 here in the third quarter.
Raiders doing a nice job of just playing their own brand of basketball, keeping Tulelake kind of at arm's distance. The Honkers aren't doing anything wrong necessarily. It's just Lost River's doing a good job of just clinging on to this lead. They led by, I believe, 3 at halftime, and now a 4-point lead a little over halfway through the third quarter. So they're just playing fundamentally sound and making shots when it matters most. Looks like they're about to press on defense, too.
Yes, they are. Mojica gets it into Colmenera. Nice back to Mojica. Mojica to Fry past half court. Off her foot, they'll say. And Lost River will now get the basketball. Herring gets that into Lyman. Lyman will bring it up the court, back to Herring, almost sets her feet, fakes the three into O'Neal for the mid-range. Jump ball down low, and Thule will have it.
They've run that action a few times, kind of outside in, where they pass to Herring on the wing, and then she skips the pass to O'Neal, who's just a couple of steps inside the three-point arc. It's a good shot to take. That time it didn't fall, though, but I like them trying to earn that shot.
We've got a foul there on number 20. That was Guthrie, I think. Yeah. So now Mojica will throw it in for Thule. Gets it across half court. Back to Mojica. Entry pass to Fry. Above the big men. Gets a foul called. Good play down low there for Fry. She'll have 2 shots here.
Tulelake shooting about 500 at the free throw line so far, so now just a little bit below after that miss, but that's about where you expect to be beginning of the season. Hopefully that percentage improves as the year goes on.
Kayla Fry, 5 points so far this game. Now 6 with that made free throw. She's 1 for 1 from the line. Lyman brings it up the court for the Raiders. Gets it out wide to Guthrie. Back to Herring on the wing. I'll say she traveled. Thule will have the ball now. 25-28. Thule trails by 3. They'll need this possession late in the third quarter. Fine. Back to Mojica. Mojica to Fry. Fry on the wing. Goes for the drive. Gets the foul called on O'Neal.
Both teams in the bonus now after that one.
Okay. First one, no good. Fry was just at the line. Makes her 1 for 3 now. That one, no good. Rebounded by Ongman. Now to Herring, who brings it up the floor. Through her legs. Called a travel. Tulelake will now have the ball. Still a 3-point game, 28-25. The Raiders lead by 3 with 1:50 left in the third quarter. Checking in now is Holster, Madison Holster, for the Raiders. Fine brings it up the court. Looks inside, great entry pass to number 22, Perez. scores her 4th point of the game.
It's just as easy as a pick and roll gets. Set the screen, run to the basket, and hope that you can get a pass, and that's exactly what happened that time for Perez.
Holster double teamed in the corner. 5 seconds she held it. 5-second violation. And Tulelake will get the ball. Great trap there from the Thule girls as Holster was not able to get the ball off in time.
Thought they might have said that she was held up. She was tied up for a moment, but they just kept on counting away 5 seconds, and so here we go. It's Thule ball. Mojica to inbound.
Navarro checks in for O'Neal. Fine. Brings the ball up the floor, head up, looking for a pass. Doesn't find much. Gets it to Mojica. Sets up the offense. Back to Fine on the wing. Give and go. What a play there as Fry scores her as Fry scores her 6th point of the game, or 8th point. Navarro tries to get that in. Mojica's able to intercept it, gets it down the floor, puts it up and in.
Coach Hartman calling time. Her team certainly needs it. Right now, their Tulelake is on an 8-0 run, so certainly wanting to get time out here. 31-28 the score. And we'll be back in just a moment on the Geno's Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Welcome back to the season opener of high school hoops here on mybasin.com as the Lost River girls, the Raiders, host the Tulelake Honkers. The Raiders trail the Honkers by 3, 28-31, and as Josh was saying, they're on Tule's on an 8-0 scoring run.
Yeah, so Lost River calling timeouts. They haven't been doing anything particularly wrong. They haven't been turning the ball over necessarily. They did once, but just good shot selection from Tulelake on there. We had the 2-point bucket from Fry. We had a couple of twos made from Mojica. She came up with the steal, and Perez has got some points as well. Not to mention the shot from Vita Colmenero earlier in the quarter, too. So Tulelake on a bit of run. It's up to Lost River to try to quell it right now with 47 seconds left. In the third.
Lyman brings it up the floor for the Raiders. We've got a reaching foul from Chavez, and they're in bonus, so that'll be 2 shots.
Yeah, that's a way to add points if you can make free throws here. These will be Lyman's first penalty shots tonight.
Man, that's a tough foul from Chavez. Not something that you want to give up, especially at the spot that they were at.
Yeah, trying to maintain this lead.
First one doesn't go. Second shot, that one's good. 1 for 2, 500 from the line. Now is Lyman. That's not Herring, that's Guthrie. Guthrie able to get the steal and puts it back in. What a play from her. Very clutch. Ties the game up 31-31. Mojica now down there, looks for the layup. Rebounded by Navarro. And that'll be a jump ball. Lost River gets the ball now. Bringing the ball down the court now is Lyman. Chavez fouls her again in roughly the same spot as last time. Lyman will get 2 more free throws now after she just tied up the game. First one's good. Now 2 for 3 from the line. That one's no good. Rebounded by Navarro. Back to Lyman. Gets stuffed.
Simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main. Simply good food. Food.
Welcome back to the season opener of high school hoops here on mybasin.com. The Lost River Raiders host the Tulelake Honkers here in their first preseason match. The Raiders lead the Honkers 32-31 entering the fourth quarter.
It's been a real tight game all the way through. Thought Lost River had given themselves some distance about midway through that third quarter. But Tulelake went on about an 8-0 run, I think, and then Lost River finished it out, scoring the final 4 points of the quarter. So find themselves up by 1, and we are certainly in for a good finish, I think, tonight here in Merrill.
These two teams have been back and forth all game long. Fine will bring it up the court for Thule. Gets a screen from Chavez. Passes it to no one there. Herring, one man to beat. She's got Mojica to beat, and she will. Up and in. Great play from Herring with the steal and then coast to coast. Fry brings it up the court for Thule. Herring, another steal and another 2 points. Back-to-back steals and layups for Herring. What an opening. Herring looking for a third. Won't get it. Able to work their way around as Thule. Fry bringing it up the court now. Baseball pass to Fine. Blocked by Herring. They'll call that one a foul. What in the world?
Man. Thought the ball had already left her hand by the time she got a hand on it, but that's a foul for Herring. I got to give credit to Herring, though. Great all the way around, and even if that goes in a foul, I think you probably take a look at that play if you're Coach Hartman and you say, well, don't know if it should have been a foul, but I'll take the hustle from Herring. She's having a good game so far. By my math, now up to 11 points on the game, so that's good enough to lead all scorers at this point.
By my, he's got 13. He's got 13.
All right, well, I'm off then.
I might be off too. All right, Fine, able to put the first one in. She's 3 for 3 from the free throw line now. Now 4 for 4. Was that a 3? Was that a 3? I thought that was a long 2.
I thought it was too, but here we are.
Wow, 5 from 5 from the free throw line is McKenna Fine for Thule. Lyman takes it down the court, passes it to Herring. Herring gets it to Holster on the outside to Thompson. Back to Holster, tries to find the inbound pass there. Fry gets it there. Fry gets it, taken away by Thompson, out of bounds. They'll say Fry touched it last. Herring will now throw it in. Nope, Holster will throw it in for the Raiders. Herring on the left wing to Thompson on the right wing. Back to the left wing with Holster. That's a 3. And that's her second of the night. Mojica bringing it down the floor, looking for that underhanded layup that she likes. Didn't find it. And the Raiders will have the ball now. Lyman brings it up the court for the Raiders to Holster on the right wing. Looking for separation, won't find it. Great defense from Thule there, able to trap her in. Mojica is now bringing it up the court for the Honkers to Fry on the right wing. Thought about the 3, didn't take it. Great pass inside, results in the and 1 for Trinity DeYoung. No, from Perez, Alejandra Perez, excuse me.
It's a really good take that time by Perez to earn the foul shot. And going to see Ogman check out of the game right now. That was her third foul, too. So want to keep her out of trouble. And there's Trinity DeYoung checking into the game as well.
Perez with her first free throws from behind the line. Doesn't make it. Herring recovers for the Raiders. Great pass inside to Lyman. And DeYoung is able to put that one up and in. Fine. Looking for the pass down low. Navarro now with a baseball pass. Oh, wow. We've got Herring with a transition three. Good thing recovered by Thompson. Puts it back in. Good play from the Raiders.
Hard work on the glass pays off.
We've got a timeout there from Coach Idrogo, and with him, we'll take 1-2. The Raiders lead 43-36 in our season opener of high school hoops as the Raiders host the Honkers.
To reclaim your health and your autonomy. At Heartfelt OBGYN, they focus on you. Their evidence-based approach to care means fewer office visits and a targeted treatment plan to directly address your suspicions for their patients, not the industry's profit margin. The providers at Heartfelt OBGYN are committed to serving the community and giving back to the basin. Find them at heartfeltobgyn.com. Heartfelt, because you deserve to be in control of your body and your informed choices.
Welcome back to the season opener of high school hoops here on mybasin.com. We're in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes and 24 seconds left as the Raiders lead the Honkers 43-36. Great tight play from both of these two teams. The Raiders just recently pulled ahead, but it's been a game of runs back and forth, neck and neck all game.
Yeah, certainly so. And while Lost River holds the advantage right now, I don't think they consider a 7-point lead safe. We've seen them evaporate from this size before. So I'm excited to see what Tulelake has coming up out of this timeout. This is where coaches really get to show what they're capable of, trying to drop a couple plays to get their girls back in it. Mojica will inbound.
Yeah, we saw a couple of threes earlier on from Thule. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a couple now again. Pass to Fry broken up. Herring now has the ball. They'll say she double dribbled as she rips the ball away. Mojica now to inbound for the Honkers. And she'll get that one down low. What a pass that was. Just beautiful on the money to Perez, who gets fouled on her attempt. She'll have first one misses off the front of the rim. Second one called a line violation on Perez herself.
Realized she was going to miss it, tried to chase her own rebound before it hit the rim. Gotta wait for it to hit the rim. And now Lost River gets to bring it up easily.
Lyman brings it up the floor. Now to Herring, back to Lyman. Try to get it in the middle, and they do. Back out to Herring. Breaks the double team into the middle. They'll pass that one out to number 22, DeYoung. They'll call a foul on that, but they'll say it was on the floor.
Isabel Herring is doing a great job of getting the defense to collapse on her as she drives inside and trying to kick out and find an open player. She's done it all game long. She's got quite a few points for herself as well, but she is really dictating the pace of this game on the side of the Raiders right now.
Yeah, she absolutely has, and yeah, it's paid off for her. Herring passes it into Lyman. Back to Herring. Looks for the three, won't take it. Dribble in, mid-range. Took just a bit too much time on that, rushed it. So Herring will now throw it in for the Raiders. This one's to Cantrell from the three-point line. Misses it. Rebounded by Flores, the freshman, brings it down the floor. Now on the right wing, back to Mojica, dribbles it in, looks for Flores to find on the right wing, to Mojica on the left corner, doesn't find it. Now a 3-point from Mojica, still won't go. Navarro gets the rebound. Now to Lyman, brings it up the court. Cantrell in the right corner, now to Lyman on the right wing. Lyman on the right wing. Oh, Mojica looking for that jump ball, doesn't find it. And now a timeout for the Raiders. We'll take another timeout with them as the Raiders lead 43-36 in their first pregame matchup here on MyBasin.com.
Over the last year, you've heard and seen the advertisement for God's Gifts 2, a local photographer who travels to high school sporting events and takes individual and team action photos at a great price. Something from God's Gifts Photography supports 6 children in Kenya who Annalisa has met on mission trips. If you'd like to capture your athlete in action and help support these kids, call 541-281-2206. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook.
I'm elderly. Welcome back to the season opener of high school hoops between the Lost River Raiders and the Tulelake Honkers. The Raiders lead 43-36 with 5 minutes and 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
This was Lost River calling a timeout here. I think they were just trying to get adjusted to the defense Tulelake was playing. They kind of sunk into a zone there for a little while after playing man, so looking to find a way to break through that, and it'll still be Raiders basketball when we come out of the timeout.
Throwing it in for the Raiders is number 21, Madison Holster. Herring at the top of the key, back to Holster, to Cantrell, looking for the in pass, doesn't find it. Navarro recovers to Herring, kind of a transition 3 there. Herring gets her own rebound, looks around, finds Holster at the top. Now to Navarro in the left corner. Holster now puts up the 3, and that's good. That's her second 3 of the night with 8 points. We've got a foul here called on Mojica.
I think they actually hit Herring with that one.
They did?
Looked like it to me, yeah. So Tulelake's going to get the basketball here. That's the 4th foul on Herring. In a bit of trouble with 3.5 minutes to go, but they're going to let her play through it.
Fry brings it up the court for Thule. Gets it down low. Layup is missed. Big foul down low. Looks like a chokehold.
Yeah, that's McKenna Fine's foul every day of the week right there. It did. It looked like a sleeper hold for a minute.
Yeah, it did. Thule in a press here. Holster throws it in for the Raiders. Herring hits the middle. Navarro, textbook press break here. They'll get that one down low to Cantrell, and that's good. Just like they drew it up. Mojica trying to return the favor, gets fouled, and she'll go to the line.
That's now 5 fouls on the Raiders, too. So Tulelake shooting foul shots the rest of the way on defensive fouls.
Mojica misses her first foul shot of the night.
Got some subs coming in here for Lost River. Tiangman check in. I think also back in the game is Macy Thompson as well.
Mojica misses her second foul shot of the night. Herring brings it up the floor for the Raiders to Lyman, to Thompson, to Ongman. Oh, man, beautiful ball movement, not able to finish it. Fry with a strong pass down court to Mojica. She's able to put that one in. That makes the score 48-38 with 2 minutes and 39 seconds left. Ongman to Lyman, down to Thompson. She'll put that one in. Great press break. Boy, I'd almost say that the press is hurting them more than it's helping it. All right, we'll be right back after a quick break. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Raiders lead 50-38 here on mybasin.com. Welcome back to the season opener of high school hoops as the Raiders lead 50-38, just under 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. The Tulelake Honkers are down, but they're not out. It's been a close back and forth between both of these two teams all game long, and it's gotten more intense in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think the difference here in the fourth quarter has just been that Lost River's gotten the three ball to go down a little bit. Herring's got one, Holster has a couple, and so that's allowed them to build out a little bit of a lead here. 12 points, 2.5 minutes. It's certainly not over, but Tulelake, their press is going to have to work a little bit better. Right now, Lost River's getting behind the press with not a whole lot of resistance and sinking in a couple of easy 2-point buckets. Most recently, Macy Thompson, who's got 8 total points on the game.
Here we go. Mojica passes it in for the Honkers. Chavez recovers that tip down to Fry on the post. They'll say that was a pushing foul on Lyman. I believe they're in bonus, so they'll just shoot.
Lyman 2 for 4 at the line so far. All of her free throws have been in the second half, so freshman trying to leave her mark on this game and see if she can get her team back within 10 here with a couple makes. Oh, that is Fry.
Yep, Fry 1 for 6 from the line tonight. She'll shoot her 7th and 8th here. First one, no good. Second one hits back rim and goes in. Herring to Lyman. Lyman passes the ball away. Chavez now down low, passes that to Mojica, bounces around and falls in.
Tough bucket for Mojica there.
Yeah. Herring not able to get that to, oh my goodness. Mojica able to put that one in. 50-43, now a 7-point lead the Raiders have. We'll be right back with more fourth quarter action with 1 minute and 57 seconds left to go as the Raiders lead 50-43.
We drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Clown Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Clown Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
Welcome back to High School Hoops on mybasin.com. The Lost River Raiders lead 50-43 against the Tulelake Honkers with 1 minute and 57 seconds left to go. Now to throw it in for the Raiders is Holster. She'll get that one to Herring, who's double teamed by Thule. Tough defense tonight from both of these teams. Holster's able to rip that one away. Great defense from Mojica. And they'll say Holster stepped out of bounds there.
Tulelake making it hard. They were down 12, what was 40 seconds ago. Now they're within 7 and they have the basketball. Certainly not out of it yet.
Mojica gets that one to Chavez. Tries to get that one down low to Fry. Broken up by Thompson. Mojica now to toss it in for the Honkers. to Fry, now on the left corner. Mojica tries to drive baseline. She doesn't make the layup. Now Holster being harassed by two Thule players. Gets 2 screens. Passes it to Thompson, who cuts down for the bucket. Here we go. We've got the freshman Flores bringing it down to Mojica. Tries to get it back to Flores. Lyman breaks it up, gets it to Herring on the left corner. Now to Holster. Mojica gets the rebound. Leading pass to Fine. Open layup. That's good. 52-45, 7-point game still. Now Mojica will foul Lyman.
I think that might be it for Mojica. Let's see. Nope, it looks like that's only her 4th. So she lives to play at least a few more seconds, at the very least. But you're going to need a few more of those for Tulelake if you want to send Lost River to the bonus. That's only the 3rd foul.
Herring gets it to Lyman. This time Fine fouls her. How many is that for Fine?
We're going to find out here in a moment.
Looks like that's our 5th.
Oh, no foul.
No foul? Okay. Lyman brings it out of the court to Thompson. Thompson now to Herring. Lyman brings it out of the court to Thompson. Thompson now to Herring. Herring with the layup. Won't go. They'll be in a press, though.
Yeah, if you're Tulelake, you're quick foul after that. Couple misses, and you're right back in it. Back in it.
Flores brings it down the court to Fry. Transition 3. That's good.
I think her foot was on the line. They're only going to call that a 2.
Oh, man. Bringing it down the court. The court where the Raiders, see, they called a foul on Fry. They called a foul on Fry.
One more foul puts Lost River in the bonus. It'll probably come here pretty quick.
Herring gets that to Lyman. No foul on that. Okay. Lyman double team, passes it in the middle. Fry intercepts, brings it down the court, looking for an open pass. Looking for Mojica, doesn't find her. To Fine, now on the outside.
I think they called Herring for a foul. Pushing of some kind, and she's done. That's her 5th.
That's weak after the Mojica miss down there.
Yeah, they let Mojica body her up pretty good. But now Herring's night is done with 6 seconds remaining in the game.
Well, she played her heart out. Checking in for her now is number 22, Trinity DeYoung. We've got a timeout from Tulelake. We'll take 1-2. We'll be right back with 6 seconds left in the 4th quarter as the Raiders lead 52-48. 4-point game, folks, in the 4th quarter. Be back after this on mybasin.com.
The best words you can hear tonight?
Order ready for Susan.
And if you hear those words at Abby's, you know it's going to be a legendary meal. Your pizza is loaded with toppings to the edge, premium ingredients, and real cheese. Yeah, baby. Gather with friends, play some video games, and watch the big game on TV. That's made Abby's a legendary pizza tradition for generations. And when you're ready to hear those magic words,
Tom, your order's ready.
you know where to go. You're always welcome at Abby's.
Welcome back to the season opener. We're now in the 4th quarter with 6 seconds left as the Raiders lead 52-48 at home against the Tulelake Honkers. It's been a close game. They led by 12 earlier this quarter, and the Honkers have now battled back with Coach Idrogo there, drawing up some plays. They just took a timeout, and they've got Fry at the line.
Plenty of timeouts, fouls to give for Tulelake. 4 points in 6 seconds left. It's unlikely, but not impossible, for Tulelake to try to come back, and lucky for them, they get some free throws right here.
Fry 2 for 8 from the field. Fry misses the second one. Fine in there trying to get the rebound, but Thompson shoulders it away. That's the game, folks. What a good one that was. The Raiders won 52-48 against the Tulelake Honkers.
Really great game for Lost River. They dedicated themselves to the glass and they held on. Hello and good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to opening night in the Klamath Basin for high school basketball. And for another edition of the Geno's Cafe Game of the Week, and a friendly rivalry tonight between the Tulelake Honkers and the Lost River Raiders. My name is Josh Eldridge, joined tonight by Walter Hartley, coming to you live from the home of the 2025 football state champion Lost River Raiders. We will be coming at you in just a moment. Walter, what are you doing here?
Oh, I'm asking you if you want me to run the camera, Josh.
Oh, no, I got it, brother. We're all good. And for those of you who are listening on the radio on News Talk 1150 92.9 KAGO, we do have a live video feed on mybasin.com. Just about 5 minutes away from tip-off tonight. We'll give you an idea of what these two teams are facing coming into the first game of the 2025-26 season. Back after 2 minutes, coming at you on the Geno's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com and News Talk 1150 and 92.9 KAGO.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Pacific Power works day in and day out to power our communities because we know our neighbors rely on us. We're trimming and clearing branches around poles and lines, protecting our system, and giving you real-time updates when storms roll in. You can count on us in all seasons. 24/7, we're here for you. Powering your greatness.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
Josh Eldridge and Walter Hartley back with you for the first basketball edition of the Geno's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com and News Talk 1150 92.9 KAGO. The Lost River Raiders, fresh off a football state championship, taking on the Tulelake Honkers tonight. Walter, we were talking to a couple parents around here at Lost River. These guys have 2 practices under their belt coming into play today. A lot of these guys are still in the football mindset, but it's going to be interesting to see both these teams go at it with that in mind today.
Well, you know, we talked about it earlier, and we were kind of saying it's not a bad trade-off, you know?
Absolutely correct. Yeah, you'd very much love to win the last game of the football season if it means maybe being a little bit rusty for the first game of basketball season. So, yeah, I think you're right. I think these guys are pretty happy with how they played on Saturday. A great game against Hefner that they won in the last moments of it. It was Kyle Diaz, who used to be on the basketball team, although I don't see him on the roster here tonight, threw a touchdown pass to Kellen Dunley. We'll see him later on tonight with 25 seconds left to go in the game. And Lost River are your football state champs. They're riding high.
Yeah, and this is what the preseason is all about, shaking off the rust, making sure your plays work. It's good for the coaches and for the players.
And you get it against a friendly rival tonight in the Tulelake Honkers. These two schools only separated by about 20 minutes. Tulelake just over the California border, and a lot of these parents and families and cousins in attendance tonight. It's a great night for basketball in the Klamath Basin. It's opening night, which is always a fun time. We're going to step aside one more time on our pregame show, and when we come back, it'll be time to introduce you to the starting lineups for both the Honkers and the Raiders on the Geno's Cafe Game of the Week on News Talk 1150 and 92.9 KAGO and mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Welcome back to the Geno's Game of the Week on News Talk 1150 and 92.9 KAGO with live streaming video on mybasin.com. The very first games of the season for the Tulelake Honkers and the Lost River Raiders. It's time now to meet the starting lineups for both teams tonight, as announced by the athletic director and public address announcer, Mr. J.B. Chandler, here at Lost River High School. In the starting order for the Tulelake Honkers, number 5, a junior, Jason Orr. Number 10, another junior, Ishmael Garcia. Number 22, another junior, Giovanni Alvarez. Number 23, a senior, Miguel Alcala. And number 33, the big man, Cooper Hall, in the starting lineup for the Tulelake Honkers, who are coached by Sean Cross. And now time to meet the home team, the Lost River Raiders, who are led out onto the court by junior guard, number 1, Colby Medeiros. Number 3, a senior, Drew McDonald. Number 5, another senior, Connor Guthrie, followed by number 10, a senior, Kellen Dunley. And rounding out the order, the big man in the middle for Lost River, number 14, Charles Overcash. They are coached by Brad Johnson, and he's assisted by Ryan Freeman. So good to be here tonight on the new floor at Lost River High School. Saw the member of the school board, Mr. Jamie Ongman, walking around earlier today. He was instrumental in bringing the new gym floor here to Lost River. The new building out in Bonanza, and also the new building in Chiloquin, which actually opened today. Chiloquin Panthers got a brand new gym. They opened it up today. They had a home game, but here we are tonight at Lost River High School, home of the Raiders, for tip-off in the Klamath Basin. Lost River tonight wearing their blue uniforms with Tulelake written across their chest in white with a red outline. For Lost River tonight in their white uniforms with Raiders written across their chest in black. They've got black piping down their sides with yellow trim on all that good stuff. The Raiders are ready for business in front of a pretty good crowd here tonight at Lost River High School. In the middle to start this one out is going to be, looks like Ishmael Garcia, along with Charles Overcash. And here we go. Raiders win the opening tip, and they go from right to left. Drew McDonald has it. He dishes it over to Guthrie. Guthrie back top of the key to Medeiros. Whips it near side now to Dunley. Dunley back top of the key to Guthrie. Tries to get it underneath inside to McDonald. McDonald bounces it underneath to Dunley. Turnaround jumper is no good, and the rebound cleared by Garcia for Tulelake as they push it ahead. Hall from the right side block. A looping shot is in, and Tulelake gets the first 2 points of the ball game. Medeiros trying to get out in transition for the Raiders. Overcash underneath, surrounded by 4 Tulelake players, unable to get it to go. Ball goes out of bounds. Tulelake gets possession. 7:25 to go in the first quarter. The Honkers lead the Raiders 2-0. Here comes Miguel Alcala. Right over the half-court logo, guarded there by Medeiros. Now he kicks it near side to Dunley. He kicks it near side to Alvarez, guarded by Dunley. Pass goes inside to Orr. He takes a shot, but a whistle called. And
yeah, they'll call that one on the floor before he got the shot up.
Did you see who they called the foul to? Was that Overcash?
I believe they did.
So Overcash earns that foul. Now Orr to inbound. Orr gets it on the right elbow to Hall. Mid-range jumper is true. Hall 2 for 2, 4 points in the game, and that's the lead for the Honkers. Medeiros on the far side of the floor, crosses the midcourt stripe, kicks it near side to Dunley on the wing. Now into the corner to McDonald. McDonald skips a pass underneath to Overcash on the left block. Back outside to McDonald for three. Won't go. Dunley skies for the rebound, but he'll get called for a foul. Certainly over the back, as he was pretty much treated like a backpack on the back of Giovanni Alvarez.
Boy, was he floating, though.
Yeah, he certainly has some hops. There's no doubt about that. Dunley is one heck of an athlete. Like I said, just on Saturday, caught a state championship winning touchdown. Now he has it top of the key. Fakes a pass right, now into the hands of Guthrie. Guthrie on the right wing, waiting for a screen, takes it left, bounces it underneath to Overcash, but the pass is wild, goes out of bounds, and the Honkers take it.
Yeah, these boys still in football season shape, especially with that moss over there.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, here we go. Tulelake the other way. It's now into the hands of Alvarez. Alvarez gets the pass over to Orr. Orr picks up the dribble, top of the key, now tries to get it over to Alcala, but it's stripped away by Medeiros. Medeiros outnumbered in the fast break, 1-on-2. He is going to be fouled before the shot. I think they're going to call that a blocking foul on the floor and give it to Jason Orr. And so that's his first. Lost River set to inbound, and to do it will be the senior Connor Guthrie. Again, all but one of the players for Lost River were on the football team that won a state championship on Saturday. All 5 guys on the floor right now were on that team. Dunley kicks a pass near corner to Medeiros. The three is off the mark. And the rebound is picked up by Orr. Long outlet pass is tipped away by Medeiros, goes out of bounds. And I think they're going to say Colby touched it last. Medeiros, a transfer student, actually went to Bonanza his last couple of years. Now as a junior, transferred here to Lost River. In the corner is Alvarez. Alvarez picks up the dribble, guarded by Dunley, kicks it to Hall, right wing. Tries to bounce a pass inside, but it's tipped away. Now there's a scramble for it in the paint, blocked by Medeiros. Hall looking for the loose ball. It goes out of bounds. It's last touched by Hall. And scrappy play coming out for both teams early.
Yeah, I was going to say scrappy physical play, willing to get their hands dirty, and it paid off for them.
Tulelake leading 4-0 against the Raiders. Under 6 minutes to go now in the first quarter. Drew McDonald has it in the far corner. Now it's into the hands of Dunley, top of the key. Here's Medeiros, left side wing. Gets the pass into McDonald on the left block. Bounces it to Overcash the opposite way. Goes back outside to Guthrie. He takes a wing three that bounces off the back of the rim. Won't go. Rebound picked up by Hall. He kicks it ahead to Orr. Orr going ahead to Alvarez. One man to beat, and he does. Off the glass and in. 6-0 lead for Tulelake early in this one. 5.5 to go in the first quarter. Pass goes ahead to Dunley on the left wing for Lost River. Still hasn't put it on the deck yet. Trying to call for a screen left, and then dribbles right. Kicks it overside to Guthrie. Guthrie fakes a pass underneath, but picks up the dribble. Now Medeiros in the corner. Catch and shoot three, too strong. And the rebound in the hands of Hall. Ahead to Alvarez. Alvarez and Orr in a 2-on-2 fast break. Orr has it on the baseline. He's going to travel. Tried to receive the pass and took too many steps on his way to the cup. And now the Raiders going to have a couple subs coming into the game for them. I think that's Jed McDonald. Also see Parker Staunton into the game, along with the sophomore Keegan Dunley. Here's Medeiros into the front court, kicks it to Kellen Dunley. Now to the corner, near side to McDonald. McDonald back to Dunley. Pass underneath goes to Parker Staunton. Staunton wrestling for it on the right block, and it's a held ball. He got tied up with Jason Orr, and so possession will go back to Tulelake. There's 4:51 to go in the first quarter, and the Honkers lead the Raiders 6-0.
Yeah, a couple of players checking in here for the Tulelake Honkers. You've got Gus Guthrie, and you've got number 10, Ishmael Garcia.
Honkers into the front court. Here's Giovanni Alvarez. Throws the pass over on the wing to Alcala. Alcala fakes a pass left, drives inside, then gets it back between the circles to Alvarez. Alvarez, right-hand dribble, switches to his left, kicks it outside to Garcia. He's going to be stripped on the shot. Ball goes out of bounds, and the Honkers maintain possession. 15 seconds on the shot clock. And to inbound will be Miguel Alcala, the senior for Tulelake. Trying to find an open man. Medeiros defending the inbound pass and eventually finds it top of the key to Gus Guthrie. Pass goes inside to Alcala. Turnaround jumper bothered by Medeiros. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by, I think that was Ishmael Garcia as it goes out of bounds. And so now the Raiders take it the other way. Medeiros throws a pass on the wing to Dunley. Now into the corner to Staunton for 3. Rattles home. The Raiders get their first points of the game. 6-3. They trail with 4:10 to go in the first quarter. Bringing the ball up now is Alvarez. Takes a screen going right, guarded by Medeiros all the way into the corner. Now near side to Hernandez. Hernandez trying to split the defense, maintains the dribble, kisses one off the glass, and it's in. Nice job there by Hernandez, the senior, splitting up the defense for the bucket. Now the Raiders have it the other way. Medeiros trying to do the same. He's going to get fouled. The bucket's in, but they're going to say the foul is on the floor. Medeiros dissatisfied with that one, so no points. Raiders will get to inbound at down 5, a score of 8-3 with 3:45 to go in the first quarter. Inbound pass finds its way to Medeiros, right elbow. Ball's kicked around the key to Dunley. Straightaway 3 won't go. Rebound picked up by Staunton, and he's hacked.
A lot of fouls down low from Tulelake tonight. But another thing that they're doing well is they're boxing out really well. You've got the Lost River Raiders. They're a very athletic team trying to go over the back, and the Tulelake Honkers have benefited from their boxing out.
Yeah, they've got those big bodies. Physical, can stand their ground in the paint. Here's Medeiros for a right wing 3. Back iron, kicks around for a moment but won't go. The Raiders pull down the rebound. Pass comes in the near corner to Kellen Dunley. Tries to drive baseline. Up with the shot. No good. Rebound into the hands of Staunton. Staunton loses it. Gets tied up. Then throws it out to Dunley. They're going to say out of bounds. Staunton, as he was laying on the floor, had the ball in his hands, but his feet were out of bounds. And so Tulelake gets the basketball back with 3:21 to go in the first quarter as they have a 5-point lead. Here's Orr on the near side wing. He's going to take a screen going right. Give and go. Here's Garcia. Goes up with the shot. No. And the ball goes out of bounds. Tulelake will take it. And checking into the game now for Lost River is Jeremiah Kokel, sophomore. He will check in for Kellen Dunley. Orr to inbound, the junior for Tulelake. Tries to get it top of the key to Alcala. Now to the near side to Hernandez. Hernandez back to Alcala. Pump fake. Back outside. Around the key it goes for a 3 from Rafael Hernandez. He's got 5 points tonight, and his team leads 11-3. Under 3 minutes to go now in the quarter. Lost River tries to respond with a 3 of their own, and he does. Jeremiah Kokel with a triple, and that makes it 11-6. 2:45 to go in the first quarter. Here's Orr. Has it top of the key. Left-hand dribble. Switches now to his right hand. Tries to take a screen going right, and they're going to hit Garcia with an illegal screen. Hadn't his feet set. And so Lost River will get the ball back, down 5 here in the first quarter.
Boy, whoever the Raiders conditioning coach is for football, I don't want to meet him. He sounds like a scary guy.
Just making him run up and down the floor. Yeah, 2 days of basketball practice. The one thing you can say for sure is these guys might not have the highest shooting percentage, but they are certainly conditioned well.
And I can see why they won the state championship from that.
Here's Medeiros. Kicks it over on the wing to Keegan Dunley. Now it's into the hands of Kokel, top of the key. Here he is straight away. Keegan Dunley kicks it back to Kokel. Head fakes a 3. Now back to Dunley. Straight away. High arcing shot. Right iron, no. Staunton pulls down the glass. It hangs on the rim. Won't go. Another rebound is stripped away by Dunley. Kicked into the hands of Medeiros. Medeiros has it on the right side. Now in the corner to Staunton. Jab step left. Goes right. Mid-range jumper, no. And the rebound pulled down by Alcala. Gets it out quickly in transition for Tulelake. Ball underneath to Cooper Hall. Saves it from going out of bounds. Outside to Orr. Now straight away to Alcala for 3. No. Rebound tipped up into the hands of Orr. Tries to go back up with it on the offensive rebound. No dice. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Ishmael Garcia. And that is the 5th foul for Tulelake already. And 1:48 to go in the first quarter. Lost River going to be shooting free throws, and to do it will be Parker Staunton. Already 3 points tonight on a made triple. And looking for more.
Already their 5th foul, and I believe it. It seemed like every possession down here for a stretch there was a foul called.
Staunton, a sophomore. His first free throw is up, and it rattles out. A couple of subs coming in for both teams. Let's see. For Lost River, Connor Guthrie back into the game. I believe that's Jose Zaragoza into the game as well for Tulelake, the senior, checking in there. Second free throw for Staunton is no good. The rebound is chased down by Lost River. It's Kokel who has it. Now he swifts it to Medeiros. A rocket pass inside to Staunton, and he gets the layup. 3-point game, 11-8, a minute 38 to go in the first quarter. Lost River pressing a little bit on defense. Here's Jason Orr. Pass goes underneath to Zaragoza. He's double-teamed on the baseline, and a foul is going to go against Jeremiah Kokel. I believe that was against him. Let's see.
I think that was, yeah.
Well, I thought it should have been, but they charged it to number 10, and number 10 isn't even on the floor, so we got to figure this out.
I thought they said 40.
Well, I'm looking at the scoreboard, and it says 10, so.
Oh.
And I thought I saw our official down there say 1-0, and that's what Brad Johnson's talking about with him right now. Say, guys, 10's not on the floor. We got to get 40 credit on that foul, so they will. That's his first.
Okay.
And here we go. Tulelake to inbound on the baseline. Bounce it underneath to Zaragoza. Can't get it cleanly. There's a scramble for it on the left elbow and a held ball. Possession goes to the Raiders.
Yeah, good, scrappy, athletic, tough play from the Raiders here. Like they're fighting for a fumble.
Here's Medeiros. Great move to get inside. Right-handed layup off the glass won't go, and Zaragoza cleans up the miss. Ahead now to Alcala. Now to the hands of Hall. Hall one step inside the three-point line. Splash. 6 points for Cooper Hall, and his team leads by 5. Into the front court. Staunton has his shot rejected by Cooper Hall. Alcala, outlet pass to Guthrie. Has it on the left side wing. Guthrie slows down the offense. Now back to Alcala. Alcala guarded by Medeiros well beyond the arc. Now kicks a pass over to Guthrie. Guthrie screen right. Tries to find his man diving to the cup. Instead kicks it top of the key to Alcala. Medeiros playing physical defense on him. Is going to pick up a foul.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
That'll be the third foul for the Raiders. And for Medeiros, I think that'll be his second.
Boy, just a good hustle play. It's what you see out of the Owls a lot. Just getting fouls called on some hustling, and nothing wrong with that. It's what you want.
Yeah, especially early in the season. You want to see effort, even if it's not the cleanest basketball out there. Just good defensive effort that time by Medeiros. And now Tulelake inbounds it. It's Alcala between his legs in the near corner. Bounces it over to Hernandez. Now back to Alcala, or on the right wing. Pass underneath to Cooper Hall. He misses the shot on good defense by Drew McDonald. Ball goes out of bounds, and the Raiders will take it with 30 seconds to go in the first quarter as they trail 13-8. Into the front court goes Connor Guthrie. Ball finds its way into the hands of McDonald in the corner. Tried to bounce a pass underneath to Overcash, but it's stripped away by Tulelake. Into the front court is Rafael Hernandez behind the back dribble, working his way to the cup. It's good. What a move by Rafael Hernandez. Add a couple more for him. 10 seconds remain in the first quarter. Raiders looking for a shot. Dunley working his way inside. Kicks a pass outside to McDonald on the baseline now. Straight away to Kokel. Needs to take a shot. He won't get it off. Good defense by Tulelake at the end of the period as they maintain a 7-point lead after one. Back after this, the Geno's Cafe Game of the Week on News Talk 1150, 92.9 KAGO, and mybasin.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
I was wondering if you even looked.
Josh Eldridge and Walter Hartley back with you on News Talk 1150, 92.9 KAGO and mybasin.com as we get ready for the second quarter tonight between the Raiders and the Honkers. It's Tulelake who leads Lost River 15-8. They also have the basketball. Miguel Alcala takes a screen right, tries to feed Hernandez top of the key. Instead, bounces it underneath to Hall, who's ganged up on by a couple of Lost River players. They're going to call held ball. Possession stays with Tulelake. Actually goes to Lost River. And to inbound will be Drew McDonald. He's joined out onto the floor by Connor Guthrie, Kellen Dunley, Charles Overcash, and Colby Medeiros. Medeiros triggers a long three, won't go. And clearing the rebound is Alcala. He's joined out there by Hall, Guthrie, and Hernandez. Walking into a three is Jason Orr, you bet. 10-point lead now for Tulelake, 18-8. 7:25 to go in the first half. Dunley has it underneath. Fadeaway jumper rattles out. Hernandez, outlet pass to Jason Orr, has it left wing, top of the key, gives it to Hall for a free throw line. Jumper won't go. Orr cleans up the miss. Head fakes underneath, throws one off the glass that won't go. Hall gets another chance. Pass to Alcala and in. Lost River getting outworked on the glass right now, and we've got a timeout called. And what do we got? A whistle against Tulelake, I think. Not exactly sure what to make of it. Regardless, Lost River has the ball. They bring it up the floor, down 20-8 with just under 7 minutes to go in the first half. Here's Kellen Dunley on the left wing. Gets it into the near corner to Staunton. Staunton works baseline up with the shot. He's fouled. Didn't get the shot to fall, but he'll go to the line for two. Staunton so far in the game, 0 for 2 at the free throw line, but he does have 5 points, one made triple, and he followed up his 2 previous misses with a rebound and a score. So far has been a net positive tonight for Lost River. Staunton, a sophomore, came along nicely at the end of football season as a tight end along with Drew McDonald. Misses the first free throw off the back iron. Gets a second opportunity here. He's actually been the only player to shoot free throws for either team tonight.
Refs making sure everyone's got their shirts tucked in.
Yeah, got to make sure. Equipment violations. Matter of fact, Cooper Hall has his waistband upside down. Might want to flag him for that one.
Ooh.
Staunton goes 1 for 2 at the free throw line. He's got 6 points. His team trails by 11. Here's Hernandez into the front court, has it inside the arc, now kicks it out to Alcala, whips the pass near side to Guthrie. Guthrie, right hand, waist-high dribble, picks it up, tries to get it to Alcala. It's tipped away by Medeiros. One-on-one in the fast break. Colby uses his left hand to finish. 20-11 the score now, 6.5 to go in the first half. Cooper Hall is going to, I think, go over and back. Did he travel? Something. And it's going to be whistled against him. Medeiros has it now into the front court, kicks it in the wing to Dunley. Now Staunton on the baseline. Back to Dunley, left side wing. Kicks it over far side to Connor Guthrie. Triggers a three, rattles out. Rebound taken by Cooper Hall. Miguel Alcala has it now. Outlet pass nearly taken away and is taken away by Colby Medeiros. He gives an outlet to Staunton. Ricochets off the backboard. Fast break for both teams. Tulelake the other way, or underneath. Pump fake off the glass, no, but he's fouled by Medeiros. Hectic series there for both teams, but it'll slow down with Tulelake heading to the line.
Boy, that was fun to watch. Just back and forth, kind of like ping pong.
Or at the line so far, these are his first attempts. 3 points on a made triple earlier in the game, and his first free throw's good. Puts his team back out in front by 10. Going to see Keegan Dunley in for Kellen Dunley. Brother for brother swap there for Coach Brad Johnson. Second free throw won't go. Colby Medeiros climbs the ladder for the rebound. Outlet pass goes to Connor Guthrie. Guthrie picks up the dribble on the right wing to Medeiros in the right corner for three. No. Rebound goes to Dunley. Gets it back top of the key to Guthrie. Guthrie, guarded by Orr, whips it near corner to Keegan Dunley. High arcing three-point shot, no, and the rebound picked up by Hernandez. Hernandez crosses the timeline for the Honkers. Between his legs he goes on the right wing. Bounce it to Hall at the free throw line. Tries to feed Alcala underneath. Taken away by Guthrie, who's then catching a hand to the face on the outlet pass. Guthrie is going to walk that one off for a moment and probably be the one to inbound in front of the Raider bench. We're also going to see Colby Medeiros head to the bench in favor of Jeremiah Kokel. To inbound is Keegan Dunley for the Raiders. As he brings it up, crosses midcourt, kicks it near side to Kokel, bounce in the near corner to Staunton, back to Kokel, puts it on the deck at the free throw line. Euro steps inside but travels in the process. And a turnover for the Raiders will give the Honkers the basketball up 10. 5:11 to go in the first half. Zaragoza's checked into the game for Tulelake. Bringing the ball up the floor for them now is Giovanni Alvarez. Alvarez over to Orr, whips the pass underneath to Zaragoza, tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Parker Staunton. And so the Honkers will maintain possession.
Good defense from the Raiders these last couple of plays. They just got to work it in their offense, their shooting percentage.
Inbound pass goes top of the key to Gus Guthrie. Now into the hands of Miguel Alcala. Tries to bounce it underneath to Hernandez. Sells out to stop it from going out of bounds. Gets the ball back to Alcala. It's a scramble going inside off the glass and in. And that play was made by Rafael Hernandez. Keeping that one inbounds, and his team gets two. On the other side, Connor Guthrie goes inside. They're going to charge a shooting foul. I think it's going to go against Giovanni Alvarez. But got to credit Rafael Hernandez on that last play for getting Miguel Alcala a good look inside, and their team leads by 12.
Boy, Hernandez looks good out there. He's
does.
A big man who can move.
He's pretty fluid out there, and he's improved a lot even since last year. A junior last season, was a guy who didn't get a ton of opportunities for Tulelake, but now has come along really nicely, it seems, even in just the first game this season. First free throw was made by Connor Guthrie at the line for Lost River. He goes 2 for 2, and he makes it a 10-point game with under 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Into the front court is Alcala, guarded top of the key by Kokel. Bounce pass goes underneath to Hernandez, spins around to his left, splits the defense, up with the shot. The shot was blocked by Dunley, but he's actually fouled from behind, I think. Nope, they're going to charge the foul to Dunley. Thought it might have been Guthrie who picked up the foul, but...
Well, often when players swipe hard down like that, the refs will attribute the foul to them, because technically you're really not supposed to do that.
I'll take your word for it. You're the official among us. First free throw is good by Rafael Hernandez. He's having a good night so far tonight. 8 points, looking to make it 9 on a made free throw here.
Looks like they're talking to players down there about John, about trash talking a little bit.
Second free throw, no good. The rebound picked up by Guthrie. He's going to kick it ahead to Keegan Dunley, who crosses the timeline for Lost River into the corner for Kokel for three. Yes, sir. 24-16. 4:15 to go in the second quarter. Here's Alcala bringing it up for Tulelake. By the way, that's the second made triple for Kokel tonight. Hernandez going to work on the right block, has it tipped away by Kellen Dunley. Dunley splits the defense, now into the front court, tries to feed Staunton underneath, but he can't get the pass in cleanly. Goes out of bounds, and the Honkers get the ball back. We're going to see Colby Medeiros check into the game for Connor Guthrie. So the 5 on the floor for Lost River. It's going to be Kokel, Dunley, well, both Dunley brothers are out there, along with Parker Staunton and Colby Medeiros. Here's Jason Orr for Tulelake. Has it right on the half-court logo, well beyond the arc. Takes a screen going right, picked up there by Medeiros. Right-hand dribble, well beyond the arc, about 25 feet or so. And now into the hands of Gus Guthrie. Tries to get a pass in on the baseline. It goes out of bounds, but it was tipped out of bounds by the Raiders. And so Tulelake will keep possession up by 8. 24-16 with 3:33 to go in the first half. To inbound is Alcala, trying to find anyone. Finds Orr at the free throw line. One step closer, takes a fadeaway shot that won't go. Rebound is picked up by Lost River. They kick it ahead to Keegan Dunley. Now to the hands of Kellen Dunley. Great pass to Staunton underneath. Can't field it properly, and the ball goes out of bounds. Dunley's looking for that connection with Staunton a couple of times now, but Parker just not able to get it up there cleanly. I think when that connection works itself out, Lost River's going to go to it quite a bit. The younger Keegan Dunley set to inbound, finds Kellen top of the key, whips a quick pass to Medeiros, triggers a triple, no good. Long rebound picked up by Kokel. He goes with a right-hand floater, no good. Medeiros pulls down the rebound but then loses it. It was picked free by Jason Orr. And now the Honkers come the other way, led by Rafael Hernandez. Step back three, no good. Rebound picked up by Jason Orr, and then he loses it. Medeiros in front to Kokel. All alone on the fast break, lays it up and in. 24-18, under 3 minutes to go now in the half. Alcala kicks the pass ahead to Guthrie. Guthrie on the right side wing. Dribbles with his left hand, gets it to Alcala. Alcala bounces it to Zaragoza on the right elbow. He goes to work down low, and a foul called against him. Pardon me, that was actually against Lost Rivers 33, Parker Staunton. And so Tulelake will inbound on the baseline. They got a sub in as well. Checking in is Ismael Garcia in favor of Jose Zaragoza. All right, Alcala to inbound. They're stacked up on the right block. Ball is inbounded off the foot of Kokel and out of bounds. So we'll try it again. Alcala bounce pass to Hernandez on the left block, fading away. The offhand, it won't go. And the rebound picked up by Kokel. Now into the hands of Keegan Dunley. Pushing the pace are the Raiders. Into the corner for Kellen Dunley. Three, no. And a foul is called against Garcia. A loose ball foul as Medeiros tried to get the rebound that was pushed around a bit. And so the Raiders will get possession. And I want to say that that's the bonus. Nope, I think that was the fourth foul for Tulelake. So one more puts the Raiders in the bonus, and Lost River could certainly use that. Free throws could be a way to really shrink this margin a bit. Okay, to inbound is going to be Keegan Dunley, the sophomore. But before that, we'll get timeout called by Coach Sean Cross. The Tulelake Honkers will take it with them. 2:27 to go in the second quarter. The Honkers lead the Raiders 24-18 on the Geno's Cafe Game of the Week.
We drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Clown Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Clown Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
Josh Eldridge and Walter Hartley back with you for the Geno's Cafe Game of the Week on News Talk 1150, 92.9 KAGO, with live streaming video on mybasin.com with just under 3 minutes left to go in the first half. It's Tulelake who leads Lost River on the opening night, 24-18. Exactly 2:27 left to go in the second quarter. Was waiting for the scoreboard to refresh there, but it looks like we're about ready to go, and it will be Lost River ball out of the break. Keegan Dunley to inbound. Looks to Medeiros in the corner. Instead, floats it top of the key to Kokel. Pulls from three, no. Kellen Dunley gets the rebound. Puts it on the deck, goes up with the shot, no. Medeiros gets a third look, and he's fouled on his way up.
Boy, the Raiders have all of the intangibles that you want coming into this this preseason. Now the stuff that you can teach, like shooting or spacing, that can be taught later, but the athleticism and the heart is what they have.
You're exactly right. A lot of really good athletes on this team, and Colby's no exception. He's a three-sport athlete. Played football, was on the state championship winning football team, obviously here on the basketball court, but he also plays baseball. As a matter of fact, was on the Klamath Falls Falcons American Legion baseball team this year, was Colby Medeiros, and pitched some pretty important innings for the Falcons, especially in the state tournament. Goes 2 for 2 at the line, brings his team within 4, 24-20. Here's Miguel Alcala between the circles for Tulelake. Backs up near the half-court stripe. He's guarded by Kokel. Kicks it over to Orr, picked up by Medeiros on the left wing. Orr takes a screen going left, guarded there by Dunley. Picks up the dribble now to the hands of Alcala. 15 to shoot for Tulelake. Alcala bounces it to Zaragoza on the right elbow, now outside to Guthrie. Guthrie tries to skip a pass underneath to Orr, but it's tipped away by Dunley. Dunley taking it in all the way himself. He leaves the layup short. The rebound picked up by Kokel, no good. Medeiros gets the rebound, and a third chance for Lost River. they're going to slow this down a little bit. Kokel head fakes a three, now gets into the hands of Keegan Dunley. Straightaway triple no. Rebound tipped up and into the hands of Jose Zaragoza. 90 seconds remain in the first half. It's a 4-point game. Jason Orr driving baseline, gets two men to jump, but he does so at the cost of a travel.
Yep, I absolutely saw that travel as well. I was calling it way before that guy, way before the ref was.
1:23 to go in the first half, and we got sub coming in for Lost River. Connor Guthrie is going to sub in for Keegan Dunley in the final moments of this first half. Medeiros top of the key, now to the hands of Connor Guthrie, far side. Guthrie, underhand pass to Kellen Dunley in the corner. Dunley tries to drive baseline. The ball tipped away by Rafi Hernandez. Out of bounds it goes, and Lost River will now get to inbound at the baseline with 28 seconds on the shot clock. Connor Guthrie to inbound. He's going to throw it right into the hands of Miguel Alcala, and now the Honkers come the other way. Hernandez has it on the left wing. Kicks it over to Alcala, top of the key, now near side to Guthrie for three. Front iron, no. Rebound picked up by Jason Orr. He's double-teamed on the baseline. Strong move to the cup, and he scores. 26-20, under a minute to go now in the second quarter. Into the front court now is Kokel. Kokel dances to the rim and one.
Great, strong move there. Oh, boy, that was a fun one to watch. That's textbook.
Just turned on the Jets right at the top of the key, got past the defender, and there was nothing left to do but foul him. Kokel's having a great night so far this evening. He's got 10 points, looking to make it more with a free throw, and he does. Now a three-point game, 26-23. Tulelake still in the lead with 48 seconds to go in the first half. Guthrie, pump fake on the three, drives inside, right-handed floater, no. Dunley pulls down the rebound, loses it back to Orr. He gets it up and in. 28-23, less than a second separating shot and game clock. Here's Kellen Dunley into the front court. Kicks it outside to Connor Guthrie. He thought about a triple, then thinks twice. Tries to drive baseline, backs up beyond the arc, underhand shovel pass to Medeiros. Medeiros has it right wing. Driving inside at the free throw line, kicks a pass near corner to Staunton for three, no good. Rebound is picked up by Alcala, gives it to Dunley. Dunley picks it back up for the mid-range, no. He was so close to the cup, but now here's Jason Orr going the other way. Raiders have numbers on defense. Staunton is going to reach around and foul him. 3 seconds remain in the half, and this is going to be Tulelake inbounding it. They're going to have to look for a quick shot here at the end of the half.
The student section getting active there for Thule. Love to see it. Only 20 minutes away.
Yeah, it's great. A lot of good student sections here tonight. The Lost Rivers made themselves known. Always love when the student section has to remind the players what the rules are. You can't do that. That's always a fun one. All right, inbound pass quickly to Hernandez. Long fadeaway three, had a chance, but no dice. And we end the first half with a 5-point difference between the Honkers and the Raiders, 28-23. Stick around with us during the Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club halftime show. We'll give you a breakdown of the first half stats. We'll take a look around the state, tell you what's coming up at the rest of the weekend as the high school basketball just continues on mybasin.com. We'll be back after a 2-minute timeout on the Geno's Cafe Game of the Week on News Talk 1150 and 92.9 KAGO and mybasin.com.
Over the last year, you've heard and seen the advertisement for God's Gifts Too, a local photographer who travels to high school sporting events and takes individual and team action photos at a great price. Something you may not know, though, is that the money from God's Gifts Photography supports 6 children in Kenya who Annalisa has met on mission trips. If you'd like to capture your athlete in action and help support these kids, call 541-281-2206. Search God's Gifts Too on Facebook.
The Klamath Basin is beautiful, from shimmering Klamath Lake to rich farmlands to the historic downtown. And with an average of over 300 days of sunshine every year, the Klamath Basin is a great place to be. We here at Basin Media Active have been supporting this community for many years, keeping it entertained and informed with friendly faces and familiar voices. You can stay up to date with the latest news, weather, stream live local sports, and check out our community calendar, all on our website, mybasin.com. And you can download our app for free in your app store right now. Basin Media Active, local community engaged.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our community stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Time now for the Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club halftime show. Encourage you to join Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club, featuring top-of-the-line new equipment, certified personal trainers, and a whole bunch of group exercise classes. Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club up there by Harbor Isles. They've also got all those pickleball courts in there. You certainly got to take a tour up there as they present to you our halftime show. And at halftime tonight, the first game of the season, it is Tulelake who leads Lost River 28-23. And, well, Walter, as we watch this game, the biggest takeaway for me is Lost River is athletic. They're doing a lot of things right. They're just not making a lot of buckets, whereas Tulelake, well, they're doing a lot of things right as well. They're just making their shots.
Yeah, what we saw from Hernandez, he's a big guy who's quick. He can get shifty, and he's got the handle to go right along with that. That's what's making him such a weapon for the Honkers. And then Kokel, man, Kokel is cooking tonight for the Raiders.
Yeah, you talked about Hernandez. He's leading Tulelake in scoring. We'll start with them as they're the team in front. Rafael Hernandez, 8 points tonight. Cooper Hall's got 6, along with Jason Orr also has 6. Miguel Alcala with 4, and Giovanni Alvarez with 2. For Lost River, they're being led by Jeremiah Kokel. 11 points for him, 6 for Parker Staunton, 4 for Colby Medeiros, and 2 for Connor Guthrie. Those are your leading scorers so far between Lost River and Tulelake. At halftime, a score of 28-23. We're taking another break here on the halftime show. Back in 2 minutes on mybasin.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Pacific Power works day in and day out to power our communities because we know our neighbors rely on us. We're trimming and clearing branches around poles and lines, protecting our system, and giving you real-time updates when storms roll in. You can count on us in all seasons. 24/7, we're here for you. Powering your greatness.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
Josh Eldridge and Walter Hartley back with you for the Geno's Cafe Game of the Week on News Talk 1150, 92.9 KAGO, and on mybasin.com. At halftime tonight of the boys' game, it's the Tulelake Honkers who lead the Lost River Raiders 28-23. It's the very first game of the 2025-26 season. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Our coverage of the 2025-26 season continues tomorrow. We'll be coming to you live from Wairika High School. The 71st Wairika Invitational as the Hanley Hornets boys varsity team makes the trip down there. They start the tournament at 4:30 on Thursday. They'll be playing the Eureka Loggers, trying to recapture the tournament gold for the first time since 2023. That's what's at stake for the Hornets coming up tomorrow. But before then, still a second half of action to go tonight between Tulelake and Lost River. Again, the Honkers up 28-23. They are led in scoring by Rafael Hernandez. The Lost River Raiders led in scoring by Jeremiah Kokel. One more break here on our halftime show, and when we come back, we'll be ready for third quarter action. The Geno's Cafe Game of the Week on News Talk 1150, 92.9 KAGO, and on mybasin.com.
Over the last year, you've heard and seen the advertisement for God's Gifts Too, a local photographer who travels to high school sporting events and takes individual and team action photos at a great price. Something you may not know, though, is that the money from God's Gifts Photography supports 6 children in Kenya who Annalisa has met on mission trips. If you'd like to capture your athlete in action and help support these kids, call 541-281-2206. Search God's Gifts Too on Facebook.
The Klamath Basin is beautiful, from shimmering Klamath Lake to rich farmlands to the historic downtown. And with an average of over 300 days of sunshine every year, the Klamath Basin is a great place to be. We here at Basin Media Active have been supporting this community for many years, keeping it entertained and informed with friendly faces and familiar voices. You can stay up to date with the latest news, weather, stream live local sports, and check out our community calendar, all on our website, mybasin.com. And you can download our app for free in your app store right now. Basin Media Active, local community engaged.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our community stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Josh Eldridge and Walter Hartley back along with you from Lost River High School, home of the 2025 football state champion Lost River Raiders. Right now, though, in the first basketball game of the season, they are trailing the Tulelake Honkers 28-23. Just a couple of moments away from the start of the third quarter. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's been a good one thus far. Both teams going back and forth. It's a fun brand of basketball, physical, athletic. Both teams kind of do it in different ways, Walter. We were talking in the first quarter, Tulelake maybe a little bit slower. They got some bigger bodies, but they're able to stand their ground underneath. Whereas Lost River just has some athletes, man. They're long, they're strong, they're quick. And so even though it's been pretty evenly matched so far, kind of differing, conflicting brands of basketball.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun to watch Tulelake beneath the basket, kind of get some bodies while rebounding, boxing the Raiders out. And then the Raiders also going up for rebounds with like 20-inch verticals, you know?
Yeah.
See them get up in the air.
Yeah, they are. We're talking Kellen Dunley, Charles Overcash gets up that high. Colby Medeiros as well. So here we go. Ready to start the third quarter. The Honkers start with the basketball. They go from right to left across your radio dial. Cooper Hall has it on the left block. It's tipped away by Overcash. There's a scramble for it. There's a held ball.
Put him in a leg lock.
Yeah, it looked like the ankle lock for sure, and I think the possession's going to go to Lost River. All right, from left to right, here we go. It's Connor Guthrie. Kicks it in this corner to Kellen Dunley. Dunley has it on the left wing, now underneath to Overcash. Outside to Medeiros for a corner three. He got it. First triple made for Medeiros tonight. Give him 7 points on the contest. He brings his team within 2 points. Here's Alvarez, now to Alcala, whips it to Orr on the right side. Orr takes a screen going right, feeds Garcia underneath, goes up with the shot. He's unable to get it to go, but he does get fouled. So Ismael Garcia, the junior, able to shoot 2 here with 7:17 to go in the third quarter, trying to put his team back up by more than one possession. First free throw is up. It is no good. Rattles out. Garcia will get a second. 2 for 5 at the line so far as a team is Tulelake. Again, these are Garcia's first trip to the line. And he goes 1 for 1.
First points, too.
29-26 the score. Tulelake in front. Here in the corner is Connor Guthrie. Gets it top of the key to Kellen Dunley. Gives it back to Guthrie for a 3. No good. Rebound. Tracked down by Overcash. Overcash kicks it back out to Dunley. Touch pass to Medeiros on the left wing. Back iron, no. Rebound tipped back out to the Raiders. Medeiros has it now top of the key. Gets to the free throw line before getting the pass underneath to Drew McDonald. It's tipped away into the hands of Alcala. Outlet pass to Garcia is also battled for. Top of the key. Held ball, Raiders ball.
Good scrappy play there from both teams. Back and forth. Great intense basketball. A lot of effort put into there.
Yeah, no doubt. They're actually going to switch the call here. It'll be Tulelake ball after the held ball. So the Honkers will have it in the front court. Into the hands of Alvarez. Well beyond the arc, guarded by Dunley. Back over to Alcala on the right wing in front of his own bench. Bounce pass to Hall on the baseline. Hall bounces it now, kicks it back up top of the key to Alcala. Now here in the hands of Orr. Now whips it near side to Alvarez. Takes a screen going left. Picks up the dribble. Goes up with the shot. It's blocked by Dunley. The rebound is picked up by Overcash. He gets it ahead to McDonald. McDonald into the front court. Racing in. Kicks it to Dunley in the corner for a 3. Yes! Tie game. 29 all. 6:15 to go in the third quarter after the made triple there from Kellen Dunley. His first points of the night. Here's Miguel Alcala, has it between the circles. Bounce it to Cooper Hall on the right block. Tries to drive inside, he's going to get fouled.
Anything to stop Cooper Hall tonight. He's been a monster down there in the paint.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. 6 points, but he's gotten some rebounds. He's a good passer underneath too. And he's not just dangerous close to the cup, he can also hit the mid-range. Or to inbound for Tulelake. Going to get it to Hall. There he is. Left-handed layup off the glass and in. Tulelake reclaims the lead. Up now 31-29. Lost River to the front court onto the other side. It's Medeiros. Medeiros gets the pass to McDonald in the corner. Now passes it to Guthrie in the corner to Staunton. Staunton back to Guthrie on the left wing. Thought about a 3, then gives it back to Staunton in the corner. He sets his feet for a triple, leaves it short. Rebound tipped around in the hands of Ismael Garcia. Now here come the Honkers the other way. Pass goes to Alvarez, blocked by Dunley at the cup. And a whistle. Foul goes against Hall. Kellen Dunley showing off that raw athleticism to bring down that block. Keep his team within a couple of points. Kellen to inbound to Colby. And there he goes into the front court. Pass comes near side to Guthrie. Into the corner to McDonald. McDonald left unguarded for 3. Hits back iron. Medeiros tracks down the rebound. Brings it now to the far corner. Tries to get a pass underneath to Dunley, but it's tipped away by Alcala. Now to the hands of Alvarez. He goes up with the shot and a blocking foul called against Guthrie. It's a shooting foul, and so Alvarez going to the line for a pair for the first time tonight. Most of the student section over there for Tulelake is comprised of the girls basketball players. See a couple of the varsity players, a couple of the JV players. That makes it fun.
It's good to see because for their game, most of the student section was comprised of the men's basketball team.
Hey, that's true. Very true. Alvarez misses the first shot. Chance to put his team up 3 with a make here. And it's good. 32-29. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Here's Colby Medeiros, bouncing it to Guthrie, well beyond the arc, top of the key. Now back to Medeiros on the left wing. Into the hands of Parker Staunton in the corner. Now Kellen Dunley whips it to Guthrie, near corner to Medeiros. Catch and shoot 3, too strong. Alcala gets the miss. Pushing the pace are the Honkers, ahead to Alvarez. He's too strong on the lay-in. Frustration on the other end as the Raiders come the other way. Pass comes to Staunton, he nearly loses it. Gets it to McDonald. McDonald out to Medeiros, loose ball, tipped around, grabbed by Alcala. Honkers the other way, pass inside to Alvarez, too strong again on the layup. Now it's Medeiros. Got to slow things down for the Raiders, and a timeout is called. We're going to have an official timeout here. I think we got a player hurt that looks to be Alvarez. Not quite sure exactly what it is, but he's able to get off the court under his own power. Although a short walk, we're going to have a new player in for Tulelake. It's Gus Guthrie, the senior. Also some subs in for Lost River. Jed McDonald into the game. He'll replace Connor Guthrie. Raiders to inbound in the backcourt, but a couple of steps. Medeiros now in the front court. Guarded there by Orr. Switches to a left hand, driving inside. He's met in the paint, and a held ball. I think that was Garcia he got tied up with. Possession stays with Lost River, and Medeiros will, nope, it looks like it's going to be Kokel who inbounds under the basket. Shot clock resets to 35.
Do we see Thule in a zone right now?
It looks like they're about ready to play 2-3 zone. Got the officials discussing. I think they're trying to get things right with the scores table. They've had a couple of questions about the possession arrow tonight. Like we said earlier, it's not just the player's first game, it's everyone's first game. The officials, the scorers, everybody. So going to have a couple of things like that here early. Raiders inbound, get it to Medeiros. He kicks it to Kellen Dunley, fires a straightaway triple. It's left short. Now into the backcourt, it's Gus Guthrie to bring it up for Tulelake. Crosses the timeline just in time, but his pass is intercepted. Kokel, blocked by Orr at the cup. The Raiders get the rebound. It goes back up and in from Jed McDonald. It's a one-point game, 32-31. Under 4 minutes to go now in the third quarter. Miguel Alcala bounces it to Jason Orr on the right wing. Orr puts it on the deck, driving inside against Dunley, bounces it outside to Guthrie. Guthrie has his pocket picked. Ball goes out of bounds, last touched by the Raiders. And so Tulelake will inbound in front of their bench. It's Jason Orr. Gets it to Alcala. Alcala tries to get baseline, gives it back out to Orr beyond the arc, zips a pass underneath to Garcia. Shot's no good. Picked up by Guthrie. His putback is off the mark, but he gets fouled, and he'll shoot a pair. First free throws for Gus Guthrie coming up here in just a moment. So far in the second half, Tulelake is 1 of 4 at the free throw line, make it 1 of 5. And here we go with Keegan Dunley checking into the game for Kellen Dunley on the side of the Raiders. And a second free throw coming up for Guthrie. Rebound is tipped out after the miss. A scramble for it on the right wing. Alcala gets tied up with Kokel. It's a timeout called by Tulelake, so they will maintain possession up 1 with 3:24 to go in the third quarter. Tulelake 32, Lost River 31. Back after this on mybasin.com.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
32-31 the score as Tulelake leads Lost River on the Geno's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com. Quick inbound pass, beautiful passing to Garcia, leads to an easy 2-point bucket. Tulelake now up 34-31. with 3:15 to go in the third quarter. Pass goes to Kokel. Kokel dribbles it around the arc, gets it to Dunley, zips it into the corner to Medeiros, left all alone from downtown. And the Raiders have tied this ball game at 34 after that made triple from Medeiros. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Here's Alcala. Now it's Orr. Now to the hands of Gus Guthrie. Kicks a pass near side to Alcala on the left wing. Bounces it to Garcia at the free throw line. Back out to Alcala. Has it now between the circles. Knife in the dribble between his legs. Guarded by Medeiros. Taking a screen left. Pulls it up at the left elbow. Bounces it into Garcia. 10 to shoot, and the ball goes out of bounds. Raiders get it. Raiders a chance to take their first lead of the night with a bucket on this possession. Medeiros jogging up the floor along with Keegan Dunley. It's Keegan who has it now on the right side dribble. Now Medeiros in the corner for the lead. Yes! A triple for Medeiros.
His third three of this quarter.
He's been absolutely on fire, and he gives his team a 3-point lead. Here's Jason Orr. Takes a screen going left. Has it there, guarded by McDonald. McDonald playing tough defense. Finally gets rid of it to Alcala. Alcala now to Guthrie, straight away. Thought about a triple, puts it on the deck, loses it for a moment. He's going to go over and back. Oh, they're going to call a foul against Lost River before he can go over and back. Let's see who they officially charge it to. All right, it's going to go against Jeremiah Kokel. And for Kokel, oh no, it looks like they're actually charging that one to Parker Staunton. That's his third. 7th foul this period for Lost River, and so in that case, Tulelake going to the line for 2, and on the first, Gus Guthrie is good. Makes him 1 for 3 at the line. Taking his 4th attempt here. And he gets it. 1-point game. Lost River in front. 2 minutes to go in the third. They're pushing the pace. Here's Kokel in the corner. Puts it on the deck. Great pass underneath to McDonald, and McDonald is fouled on the shot. Got to give credit to the pass that time from Jeremiah Kokel, who gave Guthrie a clean look at the basket and wound up getting fouled from behind. So first free throws tonight coming up for Jed McDonald. He's got 2 points to his name so far, both in this quarter or earlier. I think we're waiting for Hernandez to tuck in his shirt. Make sure the equipment's all set, and here we go. Free throws on the way for Jed McDonald. A sophomore for the Raiders, misses his first. Trying to put his team up by a couple with a make here. Second free throw is good. Score of 38-36 with under 2 minutes to go in the period. Lost River leading Tulelake. Here's Rafael Hernandez, guarded top of the key. Hernandez trying to direct a little bit of traffic, gets it to Guthrie on the near wing. Now to the hands of Alcala. It's tipped away by Medeiros. Alcala picks it up in the backcourt, but with it being tipped, no backcourt violation. Here's Jason Orr on the right wing. Zips a pass to Garcia. Backs down the paint. He's going to travel on his way down. Staunton kind of took the stool out from underneath him there as tried to just back him down. Some hard-nosed basketball, but no one there to bounce off of and just kind of fell backwards.
Pulled the chair. That's high IQ defense right there.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, Lost River going the opposite way. Here's Kellen Dunley bouncing it in the near corner to McDonald. McDonald to pass to Staunton underneath. High off the glass, lays it up and in. Lost River up by 4. 40-36 with a minute 15 left in the third quarter. Here's Alcala. Alcala, waist high, right side dribble, trying to call for a screen. He's going to give it up to Orr. Orr to Guthrie, well beyond the arc, top of the key, now near side to Alcala, 17 to shoot. Alcala takes a screen left, sets his feet, gets rid of it to Hernandez, still on the left wing. Hernandez goes behind his back, has a screen to take right, instead tries to get a pass off to Alcala. It's taken away by McDonald. One-on-one in the fast break. McDonald too strong. The rebound taken down by Kokel. Misses the first, misses the second. He's fouled on the third chance. So Kokel couldn't get any of his field goals to drop, but he will get a couple of chances at the line here.
1 for 1 from the line tonight.
11 points for him so far. Well, at least in the first half, he led all scorers, but now has been overtaken by Colby Medeiros, who has 13 for the game on 3 made triples in this half. And for Kokel, he makes his first free throw here. Subs coming in for both teams. We'll reset the 5 on the floor for you for both. For Lost River, it's Keegan Dunley, Kellen Dunley, Wyatt Simmons, Connor Guthrie, and Jeremiah Kokel. By the way, Kokel making his second free throw there, puts Lost River up by 6. For Tulelake, it's Hernandez, Alcala, Hall, Alvarez, and Orr. Here's Alcala with it on the right wing. About 2 seconds separate shot and game clock. Here's Alvarez with it, guarded by Keegan Dunley. Pass comes near side to Alcala. Tries to get it to Cooper Hall, but it was kicked by Dunley. Just got a foot in there. And so that will stop the clock with 14 to shoot. Actually, that will get rid of the shot clock. So 16 seconds remain in the third, and Tulelake could take the last shot of the quarter if they so choose. Here's Miguel Alcala, picks up the dribble well beyond the arc, bounces it to Hall at the free throw line, goes to work underneath, left hand off the glass, he got it, and one.
Wow, Hall is a force. Force down there.
He's got moves like Dirk Nowitzki. He's not particularly fast, but he's got these long arms to where he can kind of just move himself towards the rim and get a shot up. It's interesting to watch.
Yeah, he's like sneakily very, very skilled.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, free throw is good. A 3-point play that time for Cooper Hall. Makes it a 3-point game. Lost River on the other side, 3 seconds to shoot. Hall pump fakes, gets the shot off in time, but he leaves it short. And so we will go to the fourth quarter in a 3-point ball game. Lost River overtakes Tulelake up 42-39. Back after this on the Geno's Cafe Game of the Week on News Talk 1150, 92.9 KAGO, and mybasin.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Bringing to the fourth quarter already in progress at Lost River High School as the Raiders lead the Honkers 42-39, but Tulelake gets on the board first on a 2-point bucket from Rafi Hernandez. It's a 1-point game. Medeiros for 3 from way downtown, won't get it to go. And a long rebound is going to go out of bounds. I think Lost River is going to keep possession of the basketball.
No, I think he saw it right. I think Thule touched it last. Good call there from Coop.
Colby Medeiros has it on the right wing, dribbles around top of the key, now to the hands of Kellen Dunley, skips a beautiful pass to Colby Medeiros down low, and he's in for 2. 44-41, 7:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Medeiros now up to 15 points in the contest. Here's Alcala. Bounces a pass to Hernandez. It's taken away by Charles Overcash. Overcash pass to the front court, taken away by Tulelake. Or floats it underneath to Hernandez. Gets the foul and the bucket. A chance to tie it up at the line for Rafi Hernandez. Give him 12 points for the game, and he's going to try to even things up.
Wow, what a play that was.
This has really been a breakout game for Hernandez. Like I said, last year, a guy who really struggled to find his role on this team is now leading them in scoring. He is having a great night.
Well, when you're that big, you're that shifty, you're that quick, I mean, he's got the handle and the shot as well.
And he makes the free throw to tie the game. 44 all with 7 minutes to go in the ball game. The first game of the season is coming down to it. Here's Kellen Dunley in the near side corner. Kicks it back to Guthrie. Zips it past to McDonald. Splits a defense. Goes underneath but loses the dribble. Picked up by Hall. Honkers in the fast break. Alvarez all the way home is good. 46-44. 6:35 to go. Here's Kellen Dunley into the front court for Lost River. Medeiros thought about a three. Splits the defense. He's blocked by Hernandez and a foul. Hernandez can't believe it. Shooting foul for Medeiros, and for Hernandez, I think that's his fourth foul. So they're going to check him out of the game for now. And in comes Ismael Garcia. Also getting ready to check in after a free throw is Jed McDonald. But Medeiros here shooting 2 after that foul. Medeiros was one of the key players on the Bonanza Antlers a season ago. Not often you see a player go from Bonanza to Lost River, pretty bitter rivals. But Medeiros made the transfer, played football, won a state championship, playing basketball now and having a heck of a time.
Not a bad way to go.
Not at all, and is looking to play baseball for the Raiders in the spring. Looking to tie up the game at 46 after one make. He sinks the second. And it's a tie ball game, 46 all, 6:23 to go. Fourth quarter. Here's Alcala bouncing it underneath to Hall, and a foul is going to be called against Jed McDonald. Reached in against Hall. And so Tulelake will inbound at the baseline. Coach Sean Cross barking out orders to his team as they try to claim the lead here in the fourth quarter. Inbound pass goes to Alvarez. Takes it baseline. Left-hand floater, no. Medeiros skies for the rebound. Outlet pass to Guthrie. Guthrie gonna get the layup. Tough bucket for Guthrie underneath, but he gives the Raiders the lead. 48-46. 6 minutes to go in the ball game. And for Guthrie, he's got 4 points tonight. Here's Alcala, well beyond the arc. Gets it to Jason Orr. Orr going left. Picks up the dribble. Down underneath to Garcia. Backing down Staunton. Staunton blocks the shot. Now to the hands of Jed McDonald. Crosses the timeline for the Raiders. Now to the hands of Kellen Dunley. Kicks it to Guthrie, top of the key. Guthrie back to Dunley. Whips it in the corner to Medeiros. Left all alone from downtown. You bet. Medeiros with some words to say as well. He's feeling himself, and he should. And for him, that's 4 made triples this half. His team leads by 5, 51-46. Ball goes out of bounds. Tulelake will keep it. Medeiros is on a heater right now. $18 points for Medeiros. Was just trying to calculate that for him. He is just on a tear right now, and 14 of those have come in the second half. Tulelake to inbound. They get it to Alcala, bouncing it underneath to Garcia. Guarded by Staunton. Garcia backs him all the way down, but can't hit the layup. Medeiros is fouled on his way up to the rebound. And they're going to charge the foul that time to Giovanni Alvarez. He's got 2 points tonight. And he just picked up his second foul. Here's for Lost River. Pass comes in the near corner to Guthrie. Brings it out to the wing. Now to Dunley. They get it to Medeiros again. Left all alone one more time. Can't make him pay for it. Rebound was picked up by Garcia. Now ahead to Alcala. Alcala on the far side of the floor. Goes between his legs. Kicks it to Orr. He tries to respond with a triple. He's not going to connect with anything. And now moving ahead is Connor Guthrie. Guthrie loses the dribble. It's taken away by Hall. Hall outlet pass to Orr, but that's stolen by Medeiros. Medeiros racing up the floor. Goes right down the middle. Pass in the corner to Kellen Dunley and a charge. Medeiros had let go of the basketball, but his momentum taking him forward right into the body of Giovanni Alvarez. Timeout is called, and we'll take it 2. 4.5 to go in the ball game, 51-46. Lost River leads Tulelake at the Geno's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
Pacific Power works day in and day out to power our communities because we know our neighbors rely on us. We're trimming and clearing branches around poles and lines, protecting our system, and giving you real-time updates when storms roll in. You can count on us in all seasons. 24/7, we're here for you. Powering your greatness.
(51-46) with 4:33 left to go in the ball game. The Lost River Raiders lead the Tulelake Honkers, and it will be the Honkers who start with the basketball. Lost River on a bit of a press here. It's going to be Alvarez who brings it into the front court. Underhand pass, tried to get it off to Alcala, but guarded tightly by Kellen Dunley on the wing. He can't get rid of it. That's 5 seconds and a turnover. Great defense by Kellen Dunley, just bodying up his man. Nowhere to go.
My coach used to give us candy bars, king size, if we ever got a 5-second violation on our defender.
All right, that's what I'm getting Kellen for Christmas. King size Hershey coming at you. All right, here's Connor Guthrie. Top of the key, Medeiros tries to lob it underneath. No one home and a turnover. All right, here's Miguel Alcala bringing the ball up the floor for Tulelake. His team trailing by 5 with about 4 minutes to go in the ball game. More than enough time to come back in this one. Here's Jason Orr, has it right extended arc. Steps back, thought about a triple. Bounces it underneath to Garcia. Garcia fields a double team, loses the basketball. Medeiros picks it up. Medeiros going to walk it into the front court. Now zips a pass ahead to Guthrie. Guthrie goes between his legs. Now Kellen Dunley on the near side. Dunley's going to lose the dribble. Loose ball picked up by Hernandez. No whistle. Hernandez with one man to beat. Goes inside. Kisses it off the glass for 2. 51-48 in the ball game. Lost River leading Tulelake, and the Raiders coming the other way. Here's Colby Medeiros. Timeout called by Coach Brad Johnson. We'll take it. It'll be our last timeout of regulation with Lost River up 51-48 on the Geno's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
The Klamath Basin is beautiful, from shimmering Klamath Lake to rich farmlands to the historic downtown. And with an average of over 300 days of sunshine every year, the Klamath Basin is a great place to be. We here at Basin Media Active have been supporting this community for many years, keeping it entertained and informed with friendly faces and familiar voices. You can stay up to date with the latest news, weather, stream live local sports, and check out our community calendar, all on our website, mybasin.com. And you can download our app for free in your app store right now. Basin Media Active. Local, community, engaged.
Geno's Cafe Game of the Week coming to you live from Lost River High School tonight. And the home team leads 51-48 against the visiting Tulelake Honkers tonight. It's been back and forth. Lost River has maintained a lead through the fourth quarter, but Tulelake trying to make a game of things here as we get in the second part of the fourth quarter. It's an exciting finish here on the first game of the season.
Yeah, this is absolutely a fun game, back and forth. Both of these teams putting in a lot of effort. They have a lot of heart out here. I mean, some teams, not going to mention any names, but they're a little too clean to get on the floor and get dirty for a loose ball, but not these two teams.
Lost River to inbound. Kellen Dunley now has it on the left wing. Kicks it over to, that's Kokel. Kokel back to Dunley, to Medeiros in the corner for a contested triple. Won't go. The rebound picked up by Alvarez. Alvarez racing ahead for Tulelake. Crosses the time stripe. Goes all the way in. He is fouled. He'll shoot a couple free throws. That is the fourth team foul for the Raiders. One more puts Tulelake in the bonus the rest of the way. Tulelake has committed 2 team fouls this period. I have Alvarez as 0 for 2 at the line so far. 2 points on the ball game. He makes his first here. Trims it to a 2-point deficit. One more free throw on the way for the junior from Tulelake. And he will not be able to hit it. The rebound is picked up by Hernandez. Falling away from the bucket, his shot is no good. And now Medeiros picks up the rebound. Medeiros rifles a pass ahead to Kokel. Kokel, beyond the arc, gives it back to Medeiros. He thought about a 3, now dribbles inside on the paint, fading away from the bucket, can't get it to drop. The rebound picked up by Garcia. Outlet pass to Alvarez. All alone, he scores. And we've got a tie ball game at 51 all with 2:33 to go in the ball game. Lost River bringing it the other way. Medeiros ahead to Dunley. Dunley with a right-hand dribble, bowed waist high, picks it up, gives it to Staunton in the far corner. Staunton drives baseline, back outside to Dunley. Now top of the key to Kokel. Kokel bounces it underneath to Guthrie, gets his defender to jump and finishes cleanly. Lost River back out in front, 53-51. 2:10 to go in the ball game, and it's tipped out of bounds. Tulelake keeps it. Tulelake inbounds it. Here is Alvarez. Now to Orr. Orr trying to get a bounce pass off to Alvarez. Taken away by Medeiros. Outlet to Kokel all alone for 2. Lost River out in front by 4. Jeremiah Kokel now with 14 points on the night. 55-51. Tulelake looking for points here with 1:43 to go in the ball game. Here's Alcala. Bouncing it over to Orr. Orr has it high above his head, puts it on the deck, now to Alvarez, right extended arc. Takes a screen going left, has some room, gets to the baseline, he scores! 2-point game and a timeout. Coach Cross calling timeout for the Tulelake Honkers. We'll stick with you through this timeout. A score of 55-53. Lost River leads, less than 1.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Of course, the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week is brought to you by Gino's Cafe on East Main Street, serving up their famous breakfast burritos. Those are served every morning at 6:30 and all day long. They've also got other great menu items like Italian favorites, monthly specials, great burgers, great wraps, all that great stuff. You can find it Gino's Cafe and Sports Bar down on East Main Street. Also want to give a shout out to a couple of our other sponsors tonight. God's Gifts Photography. Saw Annalisa walking around downstairs earlier tonight, but visit her online at God's Gifts 2. She's taken great photos of your student athletes for a great price, and part of those proceeds go to support children and families in Kenya. So I encourage you to support God's Gifts Photography. She takes great photos, and many of the photos you see of hers are on our website, on mybasin.com, as we use them for our photos for our weekly articles, which you'll be able to find every Monday, along with other local news and our radio stations you can find there as well. Bring you back courtside here at Lost River High School. Heading out on the floor for Tulelake. It's going to be Hall, Alvarez, Alcala, Garcia, and Hernandez. And for Lost River, it's Kokel, Medeiros, Dunley, Staunton, and Guthrie. Here we go. Medeiros takes the inbound pass. His team leads by a pair. 1:26 to go in the ball game. Pass comes near side to Kokel. Kokel kicks it out to Kellen Dunley. Now near side to Guthrie. Underneath to Staunton. Staunton makes a strong move. Guarded there by Garcia. Now in the corner to Guthrie. Guthrie tries to go baseline. Kicks a pass outside to Kokel. Uncontested triple. No. The rebound is taken down by Garcia. Hounded by 3 Raiders underneath, and they're going to foul him. That's going to give Tulelake free throws to potentially tie this game. A costly foul here late in this one with 62 seconds remaining.
Boy, some very physical defense from both of these teams so far. And Lost River was the one who got called for it, but Tulelake has also had some pretty physical defense.
Ishmael Garcia at the line. It's 1 for 2 thus far. Shooting numbers 3 and 4 and big ones at that. Misses the first. Going to have a second coming up. No subs after that miss, by the way. Same 10 guys out there on the floor for both teams. Here's the free throw from Garcia. Trying to bring his team within 1. He doesn't do it. The rebound snagged by Medeiros. Lost River trying to make it a 2-score game with under a minute to go. Medeiros slow to dribble in the near corner. Now gives it to Dunley. Bounces it to Guthrie on the baseline. Guthrie nearly stepping out of bounds, hands it to Medeiros. Medeiros dribbles to the wing, now gives it to Dunley straight away, well beyond the arc. 14 to shoot for the Raiders. Dunley picks up his dribble, gives it to Medeiros. Medeiros splitting the defense right down Main Street. He can't hit the layup. Rebound picked up by Tulelake. Ahead to Alvarez to tie. He does with 30 seconds to go and a timeout called by Tulelake. Back and forth we go, and for Alvarez, those are big points. He's now got 4 for the game after missing some key free throws earlier in the half. He's now adding to it.
Those are hustle points right there.
Absolutely.
The last two fast breaks just ran out ahead of everyone and got the ball, wide open layup.
Easy enough to convert on and to tie the game as well. And with 29 seconds remaining, Lost River could opt to take the last shot of the game. There will be no shot clock unless the game winds up going to overtime. A possibility as well.
Exciting game tonight. Very exciting.
Absolutely. All right. Lost River to inbound. Inbound goes to Medeiros. Again, no shot clock, 25 seconds remain, tie ball game. Medeiros, right-hand dribble. He's just watching the clock. There's now 17 seconds. Bounce pass to Dunley. Dunley has it on the right wing. Now top of the key to Kokel. Back to Dunley. 10 seconds. Now here's Medeiros. Straight away extended arc. Medeiros dribbles with 6. With 4. Dunley driving inside. Loses the dribble. He's fouled on the floor. No foul shots. Lost River going to be looking for a timeout here. And they'll get it. With 3 seconds remaining, they're going to drop a play for a quick shot to try to end this ball game.
Wow.
Got some options to give the ball to. You could try to look inside. Give it to a guy like Kokel, maybe Staunton.
Medeiros is hot tonight.
He's been shooting real well. All of his points, save for 2 free throws in the second half, have been made triples. You don't need a made triple here. You just need 2. Heck, you really only need just 1 if you can get to the free throw line, too. But with 3 seconds to go, Tulelake has an awkward situation, too. You can't foul.
Well,
can't come out and guard him too closely. It's a tough spot.
It is a tough spot. Yeah, absolutely. I would want to give it to a guy who's comfortable going to the foul line, and Colby Medeiros is 4 for 4 tonight from the line.
Yeah, he's the only Raider who's made, I take that back. Guthrie's 2 for 2 back in the first half. He's made all of his free throws as well. Tulelake's left quite a bit on the table in terms of free throws this game. But
yes,
now trying to lock it down on defense here. Out on the floor for Tulelake, it's Hernandez, Hall, Alcala, Alvarez, and Garcia. For Lost River, it's Orr, Medeiros, Staunton, Kokel, and Dunley. And here we go, 3 seconds for the ball game. They are going to get it to, they got to get it to somebody. Kokel for 3 to win. No. Full court shot from Hernandez for Tulelake won't go. We've got free basketball coming at you in just a moment. Overtime on the Geno's Cafe Game of the Week, and you've got it here on News Talk 1150, 92.9 KAGO, and on mybasin.com.
The best words you can hear tonight?
Order ready for Susan.
And if you hear those words at Abby's, you know it's going to be a legendary meal. Your pizza is loaded with toppings to the edge, premium ingredients, and real cheese. Yeah, baby. Gather with friends, play some video games, and watch the big game on TV. That's made Abby's a legendary pizza tradition for generations. And when you're ready to hear those magic words,
Tom, your order's ready.
you know where to go. You're always welcome at Abby's.
Overtime basketball in the first game of the season. 32 minutes wasn't enough. 55-55. 4 minutes on the clock to decide a winner between Lost River and Tulelake. Thank you so much for joining us tonight as we get ready for the action. In the circles, it's Rafael Hernandez and Colby Medeiros. Here we go. Lost River controls the opening tip. They go from left to right here in the extra period. Medeiros in the corner, thought about a triple, bounces it to Staunton. Staunton in the far corner to Dunley. He tries a long-range shot, no. The rebound is going to result in a foul. Miguel Alcala got tied up there. And fouls carry over into the overtime period. So we're going to be getting a lot of free throws here for the next 3 minutes and 47 seconds, should we continue to get fouls called on these guys. Miguel Alcala going to the line for the first time tonight.
How many overtimes are there allowed in regulation?
I want to say 2, I think.
You never want a tie.
Right, I would want to avoid a tie also. But I think it's 2. I'm not exactly sure if there is a limit, but I've only ever seen a high school game go to double overtime once. So we'll see if we get there. These teams clearly evenly matched in a lot of different ways. And it battled here to a tie, and Miguel Alcala looks to break the tie with a couple of made free throws here. He sinks the first. Got Kokel back down there to look at a rebound, and also see Keegan Dunley check into the game. 2-for-2 trip. 57-55. There's Keegan Dunley in the corner. Fakes a pass left. Throws it right to Kellen. Kellen now top of the key to Keegan. To Medeiros. All alone for 3. No. Follows up his own miss with a rebound. Kicks it in the near corner to Kokel. He tries his luck from downtown. Too strong. And the rebound picked up by Tulelake. Alcala pushing the pace. Has it on the right wing. Guarded by Medeiros. Kicks it over to Hernandez. He tries a 3. Rattles out. Rebound picked up by Garcia. His rebound no good. And a tie-up. Possession goes to the Honkers. And so they'll have it up 2. Alcala to inbound. Looks to Hernandez on the wing. Hernandez driving inside. Right-handed floater is in. A beautiful shot for Hernandez. Puts Tulelake up by 4. 59-55. Here's Medeiros. Medeiros has it top of the key. Now to Keegan Dunley. In the near corner to Kellen Dunley. Back to Keegan. Whips the ball around to Kokel. Top of the key. In the corner to Medeiros. They're giving it to the hot hand. He misses again. Hall grabs the board. Now it's Alcala, lofting it ahead to Garcia. Guarded underneath by Dunley. Garcia goes all the way in, can't hit the layup. Dunley with the rebound. Him and Medeiros on a 2-on-2 fast break. Dunley takes the shot himself, is unable to get it. Outlet pass the other way, goes to Cooper Hall. Left-handed shot, no. Rebound wrestled for, and Kokel is going to get tied up with a couple of players. Lost River going to get the ball back. They trail by 4. 59-55 with 2.5 to go in overtime. Colby Medeiros bringing the ball up for Lost River. Medeiros bounces it over to Dunley, whips it in the near corner to Staunton. Staunton driving all the way in, right-handed floater left short. Staunton gets his own miss, powers through, misses again. The rebound is picked up by Garcia. Garcia passes ahead to Alvarez. Alvarez to Hall, mid-range jumper from 15, won't go. Still a 4-point game, 2 minutes to go. Kokel outside to Staunton for 3, rattles out, and the rebound picked up by Alcala. Alcala over to Hernandez, right extended arc, dribbling with his right hand, takes a screen coming left, sets his feet, top of the key, 3, no, and the rebound is picked up by Hall, and a foul is going to be called against Jeremiah Kokel. Heading to the line for 2 is Cooper Hall, trying to make it a 6-point game. Lost River, for their part, still looking for their first points in overtime. Hall, so far on the game at the free throw line, is 1 of 1. He's got 11 points, 6 of them in the first half.
Oh, man, this is a good game. Good game, at the edge of my seat.
Hardly in your seat anymore, Walter. I saw you stand up.
Yeah, you bet. How can you watch a game like this and not be in suspense?
Cooper Hall misses his first free throw. He's got a second one coming up. And it's good. 5-point game, 60-55 with 1:36 to go. Here's Medeiros. Into the front court now for the Raiders. Has it top of the key, gives it to Keegan Dunley. Dunley now to Kellen Dunley. Underneath to Staunton, takes the hoop and the harm. 3-point play coming up, and a chance to trim the lead to 2, 60-57, and a timeout is called by Lost River.
That's exactly what Lost River needed. That's exactly what the Raiders needed. I was praying for something like this. I mean, this is such a close game.
For Staunton, too, those are much-needed points. He scored 6 points in the first half. These are his first points of the second half or overtime, and they couldn't have been bigger. Still got a free throw to make. Trying to have 9 for the ball game as the sophomore looks to bring Lost River within 2. Already still a one-possession game and a minute 24 to go. And, yeah, this one really coming down to the wire. Couldn't ask for a better season-opening game for these schools. Some teams that are friendly rivals, both fan bases with a lot of love, family members on either side of the gym here tonight. It's been fun. This is what you love to see.
Yeah, I think this is going to keep whoever loses up tonight, for sure.
That's also true. 5 on the floor for Lost River coming out of the break. Kellen Dunley, Keegan Dunley, Parker Staunton, Colby Medeiros, and Jason Orr. And Connor Guthrie. Out on the floor for Tulelake, it's going to be Cooper Hall, Ismael Garcia, Rafael Hernandez, Miguel Alcala, and Giovanni Alvarez. A free throw coming up here for Parker Staunton to make it a 2-point game. So far today, he's 1 of 4 at the line. He's now 1 of 5. Rebound goes the way of the Raiders. Back up with it is Kellen Dunley. He can't get the bucket. Ball still free. Dunley up with the shot. He's fouled. Dunley will get a chance to shoot 2. He gets a chance to bring the Raiders within 1. He's got 3 points tonight on 1 made triple in the second half.
Just a reminder to the fans at home to breathe.
Yeah, really, on the edge of your seat. Breathe, have a drink of water, blink, maybe.
Good reminders.
Yeah.
Boy, I don't think my heart would be beating if my brain if it wasn't automatic.
Yeah, at this point, certainly feels like it. We've got some officials discussing things. I think we got a player who fouled out. And we did. So we got to get someone up and replace him. Jason Orr is going to come in and replace Ismael Garcia. Exits the game with 1 point on a made free throw. Kellen Dunley shooting 2. First free throw is no good. Dunley, moments in late games, he's accustomed to it. Take you back to Saturday with 25 seconds left in the football state championship game. Caught a touchdown pass. Here he misses 2 free throws. A scramble for the ball at the left elbow. And finally, a timeout called by Tulelake. Tulelake didn't have possession of the basketball, but they get a timeout. I didn't quite see the possession there for Tulelake, but they get the timeout off. And I don't know, that means they got to have possession coming out of the break, right?
Well, according to the rules of basketball, you'd think so, but sometimes as a ref, when it gets into these tight situations, if someone calls a timeout, you want to honor it, even though if you don't know someone has possession. I think that's what they're chatting about down there. Now, Cooper's a good ref.
I would put him as one of the best refs we have in the basin, and he was the one who gave that timeout call. So I'm going to err on the side of caution here and agree with Coop. I typically do. So we'll leave that as it is. Timeout was called with 1:11 to go in the ball game, and Tulelake led 60-57. They are obviously leading ever since the overtime period started. Lost River's 2 points came on a bucket from Parker Staunton earlier in the period.
This is better than the NBA any day.
I 110% agree with you, brother. Gotta love a great high school football game is better than an NBA game every day.
Football or basketball?
Well, the answer's yes. Rafael Hernandez has it in the front court for Tulelake. Foul on the floor, but it's not going to matter. Rafi gets a couple of free throws anyway with Tulelake in the bonus. So Hernandez with a made free throw, could make it a 2-possession game, and so far today is 2 of 3 at the free throw line. He's got 13 points. First free throw from Hernandez is good. Second free throw. That's also good. 62-57, 5-point difference, a minute to go. Medeiros into the front court for Lost River. Bounce it to Dunley in the corner. He thought about a three. Lofts it top of the key to Keegan Dunley. Now Medeiros in the corner for three. Leaves it short. Rebound picked up by Alcala. He loses it. Gives it right to Medeiros. To Keegan Dunley for three. Can't hit the bank shot. Rebound is picked up by Alcala. Throws it off the legs of Medeiros. Goes out of bounds. Tulelake keeps it. 43 seconds to go. 29 seconds on the game clock. Both teams are in the bonus. Lost River could try to start fouling to get guys to the line, but they don't have to quite do it just yet. Can go for a steal for sure. Here's Alvarez. Splits the defense. In the front court, picks up the dribble and gives it back to Alcala. Alcala is going to get fouled away from the basket. He'll shoot a couple free throws. Got to hope for misses if you're Lost River at this point. Down 5. 33 seconds to go. But Alcala 2 for 2 on the night so far at the free throw line, and he's got 8 points.
Yeah, he's been solid tonight.
He's been solid all around. He's had some good passes, good defense. Big free throw is good. Still a 2-possession game, 6 points. But a made free throw here. It's going to make it real difficult for Lost River. He misses it, leaves it short. Raiders get the rebound. Staunton's going to get tied up. Held ball, possession, Tulelake. And that might just do it. Great play by Hernandez. And we are coming the other way with... Wait. Why are we shooting free throws? It was a held ball.
Coop called a foul, and the other ref called a jump ball, so they're discussing it because they both called different things. And the ref down there didn't know it. And so this third ref agreed with what Coop had called.
Gotcha.
And so it's a 2v1 situation.
Sure.
Coop had the foul. It's a foul.
Okay, so Lost River gets free throws instead. That changes things dramatically. A chance to make it a 4-point game for Parker Staunton. He's 1 of 5 at the line tonight. Makes one. 63-58. 5-point game. Second free throw on the way for Parker.
Do you miss it on purpose, or do you try and make it?
Gotta make it. Medeiros with the tip in! Oh my goodness! Got the tip in to make it a 3-point game with 29 seconds. Colby Medeiros is undeniable. He's gone cold from 3-point land, but he makes his first 2-point bucket of the second half, and his first since his very first point of the game. That was incredible. He was just on the near block. Got around for the miss, barely tipped it in for 2, and that wound up being a 3-point possession for Lost River. They are now within 3. The shot clock will be off, and so you got to send Tulelake to the line here and hope for a couple of misses. You could try to go for a steal, give it a couple seconds, but if you don't get that, you got to foul them. Question is, how long do you try to stick around and go for a steal for?
Yeah, and the question is, who do you foul? I mean, Tulelake is just full of good shooters. I mean, they don't have a bad one on here.
Yeah, you're exactly right. The choices are limited. Guy who's on the floor right now who's missed the most free throws is Alvarez. He's missed 4. Cooper Hall's out there as well. He's missed 2. He's 1 of 3, but he's been sure-handed from the field. I feel like he's a good free throw shooter.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Again, 29 seconds remain. So Lost River has a little bit of time to wait around and go for a steal. They're down by 3, 63-60 in overtime on the first game of the season. Slowing things down a little bit. Our official talking to the scorers table across the way.
Boy, this game is more cardio than I've had in a month.
It's been a fun one so far. All right. Now officials continuing to talk. Mr. Wright, Mr. Connor. What do we got?
They're trying to keep us in suspense.
I guess so. Still discussing it over there. Neither head coach is at the scores table. And so here we go. Looks like we're ready to play some basketball, guys. It's a big game. 30 seconds to go. 3 points separate these guys. And we're off. Hall to inbound. Hall's going to loft it ahead to Alcala. He brings it ahead into the front court. Now to Alvarez. Alvarez loses it.
Oh, my gosh!
It goes out of bounds, and Lost River gets the ball back with 25 seconds to go. They're down 3. Here's Medeiros, going to walk it ahead for Lost River. Into the front court, gives it to Keegan Dunley. Dribbles it around, top of the key. Finds Kellen Dunley. Dunley to Medeiros in the corner. A 3 to tie. No! Staunton with the rebound, and the ball's going the other way with 10.5 seconds. Now the Raiders got a foul. No chance for a turnover. They had that chance. Inbound to Alcala. They get it to Hall. Ahead to Alvarez. Man who was going to foul him lost his footing. Alvarez in the corner, and he's going to be fouled. He's hit hard.
Both of those, all 3 of those Lost River Raiders came in at the same time, hit each other hard, actually.
Yeah.
Reminiscent of football season, eh?
3 seconds to go. Hoping for a couple Alcala misses if you're Lost River, but for Alcala's part, a make here would effectively ice the game. It's Alvarez.
I don't think they injured him enough for for that.
We'll see. He's only made 1 free throw so far. Oh, he's actually missed them all, but he makes one here, and that might do it. Chance to put him up 5. Tulelake playing a bit of prevent defense here. Another free throw on the way for Alvarez. It is no good. Medeiros is going to get it. A full court heave isn't going to make a difference. The Tulelake Honkers come to Raider country and sneak away with an overtime victory. 64-60 the final. We'll be back with a bit of post-game coverage after this on mybasin.com.
Over the last year, you've heard and seen the advertisement for God's Gifts 2, a local photographer who travels to high school sporting events and takes individual and team action photos at a great price. Something you may not know, though, is that the money from God's Gifts Photography supports 6 children in Kenya who Annalisa has met on mission trips. If you'd like to capture your athlete in action and help support these kids, call 541-281-2206. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook.
The Klamath Basin is beautiful, from shimmering Klamath Lake to rich farmlands to the historic downtown. And with an average of over 300 days of sunshine every year, the Klamath Basin is a great place to be. We here at Basin Media Active have been supporting this community for many years, keeping it entertained and informed with friendly faces and familiar voices. You can stay up to date with the latest news, weather, stream live local sports, and check out our community calendar, all on our website, mybasin.com. And you can download our app for free in your app store right now. Basin Media Active, local community engaged.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our community stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Here we go. We're coming back.
Here, I'll give you this.
Final score tonight in the first broadcast of the season from Lost River High School. The Tulelake Honkers win 64-60. Needed an extra period to decide a winner tonight, Walter, but what a great game it was. What'd you think?
Oh, I thought it was a great game too, man. I was on the edge of my seat. I got a little bit excited there. Should have kept my composure a little bit better. But I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about them. Tulelake, they just shot the lights out on Lost River, man. Their free throws, high percentage shots as well. I thought that Lost River had a lot of heart. They put a lot of effort into their play. They worked hard, but they're just a little bit raw still from football season. Like you said, 2 practices is all they had before this game. So I think this is a great opening experience for both of these teams to start the season with some experience.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. I mean, Lost River played their hearts out after, like you said, only 2 practices. They took Tulelake to the brink, who's been practicing now for 2 weeks. And credit to Tulelake. You know, they were up, they fell behind, they battled back, and they held on to win in overtime. And that's the quality of a well-coached team. Tulelake improving to 1-0 on the season. Lost River falling to 0-1. Walter, any thoughts before we head off the air tonight?
No, just a big game for Colby Medeiros. He had a couple of great he had 4 threes in the second half, and then he had a clutch putback layup while a guy was hanging on him in overtime. So a big shout out to that guy who transferred from Bonanza. Yeah, good job to both of these teams, and I think they're both going to have a great season.
Want to wrap things up tonight with a couple of thank yous. First to both head coaches, Sean Cross of the Tulelake Honkers and Brad Johnson of the Lost River Raiders. Also want to thank J.B. Chandler, the athletic director here at Lost River High School, for allowing us to sit up here in the crow's nest and call a couple of great basketball games tonight. Want to again also thank you for joining us for our first edition of high school basketball on mybasin.com. We'll be back tomorrow 4:30 as the Henley Hornets take on the Eureka Loggers. But until then, for my partner Walter Hartley, I'm Josh Eldridge saying so long and good night from Lost River High School in Merrill, Oregon.